Okay, folks, what a way to welcome you. A pleasant good afternoon, good evening, good morning, based on where you're joining us from. We'd like to welcome you. Thanks for joining us on this 27th day of January 2026. On this edition of the program Spoon Talk, we are live across the Spoon Network, Spoon FM 107.5. We are live on Fabric Radio 101.1, on Super 95.5 FM, and on several other frequencies across the country here tonight. Voice of Liberia 104.1 for always relaying the program Spoon Talk. And we also want to appreciate our folks online joining us as always on our different social media handles, on Spoon TV on Facebook, Fabric TV on Facebook, and Super TV on Facebook. Thanks to the many of you joining us on our Spoon Talk Live on YouTube. That's our YouTube handle. We want to appreciate you as well. Thanks for joining us on this edition of the program Spoon Talk. We ask you to kindly share the show as you join us tonight. I'm Nelson Colette. This edition of Spoon Talk promises to be very informative, very engaging. Of course, it's one that you don't want to miss for anything. So yes, as we always do, we're going to go to the phone lines and take your calls, hear from you, what your thoughts are, what is it you want to talk about tonight. Health, education, the political situation in the country, sanitation. I see today has been more of response day, should we say response in defense day across the country, especially immediately after the president's State of the Nation address. There's been different responses today. A lot of political leaders, political actors, civil society organizations, and pressure groups. They have their own analysis of what the president said, some of what was contained in the president's State of the Nation address. There are others who are agreeing and others are disagreeing. Something that some hold a view that the sonar was just on point. It was a clear reflection of what the reality of the Irish Liberian is, while others hold the view that it was far from the reality, that it didn't match, that the sonar didn't match the reality of the average Liberian citizen. But sometimes it depends on where you sit, the side of the eye you find yourself, that determines what your response, your analysis, your take on the president's sonar turns out to be. But yes, so we've been having all of those different responses coming out today. The Coalition for Democratic Change, or should we say the Congress for Democratic Change, released a statement today. Their response to the sonar was today. We also had another one coming from Mr. ABC, Alexander Benedict Cummings. He had his own take on the president's State of the Nation address, and other key actors as well. Last evening, we had political leaders of various political parties, include the CMC, Honorable Musa Hassan Bilete, Lionel political leader, Dr. Clarence Manumba. They were here sharing their thoughts, sharing their views, making their own analysis of the issue. It was a great show. Today promises to be even more interesting, more engaging, more informative. And the best you can do is to turn your radio on. You want to know what if you're following us right now, that is if you're following the program Spoon Talk, share the show as you join us. And just make sure you're a part of the conversation tonight. The comment section is there for all of you, bearing in mind that everyone, 5 million Liberians can be on the show at the same time. So the comment section is where you get to express yourself. Just be safer in doing that. But you can agree, you can disagree, you can share your thoughts, your views on the conversation here at just any point in time. So I want to welcome all of you joining us from across our social media handles tonight. Let me recognize a few of you just before going to the phone lines to take calls. I see Jaso TV is here. Thanks for joining us. Daniel Tante has joined us from Tinkers Village. He says that's where he's following the conversation closely from. I see Roland Toll. Thank you for joining us. Abenigo D-Man. We appreciate you tonight for coming on. Peter. This name is so interesting. P. You know, the P-E is the first name and the T-E-R is the last name. Peter joining us from Caldwell tonight. Thanks for joining us. I see Winston Degen the second. Thank you for coming on tonight. My Wemi son is here tonight as well. Belgium, that's where you're joining us from. I see Joseph Sakal. He says he's following. Thanks for following Spoon Talk tonight. We ask you to keep sharing the program just as you join us. Just share the program and keep sharing your thoughts on this edition of Spoon Talk. Tome, Tante, Apoko. Yeah. Thanks for joining us tonight. My Masa son is here from Guinea. Andrew Sodi, that's Cindy. Yes, Andrew Sendo is joining us from... Okay, sorry, we have to make this adjustment. From Minnesota, that's where he's joining us from. Thank you for coming on. So we're going to go to the phone lines and hear what's on your mind. What are your thoughts? The different conversations. And let's hear what's that issue that is of concern to you. The CEO and the team will come on. Once they do so, they're going to share their thoughts on... they are going to bring you more updates here tonight. Josh Wheeler. Josh is asking if we're on YouTube. Yes, Josh, we're on YouTube. And to find us on YouTube, just don't check Spoon on YouTube. Rather, search Spoon Talk Live. Spoon Talk Live is our YouTube. And once you search Spoon Talk Live, you're going to find us on YouTube tonight. So, Josh, yes, we are on YouTube. And our YouTube is Spoon Talk Live. And so you can search that on YouTube. You're going to find us. So let's take a call. 0555-101075 is the number to call tonight. You'll be live on the show. We take our first caller here. Hello, your name and where you joining us from?
Hey, good evening.
Yes, sir. Good evening. Let's hear you.
Sekou Fofana, member of United Party Intellectual Bureau in Fajafadi.
Intellectual
I want to commend my father yesterday for his speed deliver. You know, Nezi opposition, our opposition mean to oppose you. Whatever you do, they opposing me.
Whatever
so
you want,
we don't get here for them. So what the president said yesterday, I thought the way to get fact check on the let fact check the person. That over 50,000 jobs, present to about. He never talk about long term job. It's a short and middle term. And everybody, you can go fight. It's fight check on there. Every family you do something, they go after it. They check fight check it. And they fight check the president. But I don't get it when someone talk about president. Yeah, he's that. But okay, I'll show you. The president will deliver. Like if they make you vest, when they beg or rest be too far. Just say I can't buy that. I'll go pay 3,000 because I hate the president. When the guys were impressed, come down to someone or 600 plus, just buy 1,000. You say because I hate the president. Your choice president to go for so Southeast, pass through Africa, you go over there. You will know you hate the president. When you,
so Sekou, what kind of advice you giving to people here to listen?
No, the advice was and they hate the president. The president.
Yeah, but so how everybody will be buying red for 2,000.
They say everything what the president is saying is lie. And available within it. Is that to say our government now recognized in the international community? no UN, no UN permanency. We are recognized the same 1963. Okay, we recognize that is last. So let them do all the. Let them send their opposition and their puppet. What they can refer to you with the Unity Party. They say we puppets of the people. They to their puppets. They are
All right,
fanatic
thank you.
of
Thank
church.
you. Let's hold you there. Take this person. Hello, your name and where you joining us from? Let's hear you.
Yeah, my name is Manakano Junior, two treatment district. You are the power in the book of
Hello.
1013.
Hello.
For whoever found the new officer, you see, our president came to power. He said, you tell the devil to come to power. So the reason all these lies is saying, creating gave some thousand. So I will agree with him because they call a brigade of the Unity Party in the larger forum of the Unity Party. These are people. The president came to what are they doing today? Okay, then the institution ball, the Kalula, the president, the Franklin, the Chop, all the people, 400,000 people are the president. This government is very disabled to all the all them, making us with the Liberian angry of them. The government are playing fall of all with the Liberian people. Thank you for the time.
Thank you for your input tonight. 0555101075. Hello, let's hear you.
Yeah, more money. I'm calling for
Amos, what's on your mind?
Yeah, that guy I'm talking to, that man, a foreigner, don't mind.
Well, you know the man?
Opposition, baby.
Do you know the man?
Yeah, he's talking all the time.
Do you know him personally?
But the way of speaking English is proven to be a foreigner.
Oh, so you assume he's a foreigner?
So that kind of people, they will not have the money.
All right, thank you. Thank you for your input. Hello, your name and where you joining us from?
Hello?
Yes, let's hear you. Your name and where you joining us from? Let's hear you. What's on your mind, sir?
What on my mind is my president spoke good yesterday. What do I tell him about drug ratio, 50,000 drug waste? That man, that's one with the drug. You can be saying I'm the all and it's my man, come on the side and go away. Someone had the room ready. So I want my money.
All right, thank you. Thank you for your input. Hello. Hello, can you hear me? Hello. Okay, so we take another person. Hello.
Yeah, hello. Good evening to School FM and good evening to my peace.
Good evening, Afonso Camara. Please go ahead. Just make your point.
In Liberia. The name remains President Afonso E.F. Camara once again. A beautiful Tuesday evening. Mr. Lanka, what are on my mind is
this is Nelson here.
Yeah,
hello, Afonso. Afonso.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so Afonso, radio is time. When you call, just say your name, where you're calling from, and go to the point. But all that greeting, good evening, the people, good evening, the other district, is not necessary.
Now. We are waiting to the Lord. Nobody
but just go to the point. Just call your name, then go to the point, sir. Yeah.
What in my do not have to deal with is solemn delivered yesterday by the President of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency President Joseph Numa Boakai. But with all due respect, the case that was made by the President is he spoke deceptions. It's very, very alarming as a president to speak in a manner where even 1 year old child, you cannot lie to them. They are facing challenges that we're going through. He said to the Liberian people, he created 70,000 jobs. What are those jobs? Where is the database? Where is the database? Where are those employees? Who can point out and say, I'm the one that benefiting for the 70,000 jobs? That's the lie to win election, but you cannot lie to people. And also, we put that he also said that our hospital, our 15 counties, the 0 hospitals, they are going to repatriate. Let's take about Eastern. We should not go to the rural county or the hinterland. But let's take about Eastern. Our referral hospital, John F. Kennedy Memorial Hospital. Go there, go see the condition of the hospital and the patient. Patients are sitting in here with no hospital bed.
Okay.
Doctors are not getting medication. Take care of the nurses of the patients, and the nurses are getting very on time. Okay, we'll put that to rest.
Thank you very much for your input, sir. Let's hold you there and take another person. Hello, your name and where are you joining us from?
Yeah, English.
My name is Anthony Steele. I'm
Mr.
the
Steele,
vice
go ahead.
president for the Motorcycle Republic of Liberia, Honor
What's on
and
your mind?
Country. On my mind is I want to say, never mind our condolences to the family of Daniel Tue, who lost his life this on Saturday. Uh, the water truck from well hit and instantly killed him, and investigation is still being carried on. And he lied at the Marjorie in redemption. And we feel sorry to the family, and we hope the police will investigate and will come to a logical conclusion.
Thank
The
you.
second
Thank
thing
you for
are
your
there,
input
nothing.
tonight.
The second thing are there, the people are carrying the motorcycle press up. We were buying the HS 125 with the called blind, so we're buying 880, 875. Now the people carry on part time, which were and they carry 1,100. Then they carry the small one, the small star to $850. Then they carry the other bag, how they call it, Bajaj will buy 620, 680. They carry 875.
But have you asked why and what are they saying to you?
As the program green, other men will say a problem from the factory. The
All
second
right.
group from relay, the two us that Masako put in late.
So
And
so
these
so
are
what do you want to be done now?
the commerce ministry is sleeping. The commerce ministry is sleeping. They're not seeking our interest. So they let those guys to do their own thing. Everybody has their own price with them. Real estate, when you go there, they say 1,150. If you talk to you back with them, they try to give for $1,020.
Okay.
When you
Okay.
come to your island, they give you for 150, 1,000.
Thank you
Even
very much for your input tonight. We appreciate you. Hello, your name and where you joining us from?
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, sir.
Good
Let's hear
evening
you.
to the many listeners in Radio Land. This is the voice of Wayne McMill. I'm phoning from around back in Francis Poli in district number 2, Lower Margidi County.
All right. Let's hear you.
If one wants to talk about the student of the president, we don't need to look on a broad spectrum. We need to digest it well. Well, there are so many issues, so many things that the president talked about that is positively affecting the ordinary Liberian people. Number one, he talked about transport system, NTA.
Mhm.
For the past 3 years, we that live within the lower end, the NTA buses got spoiled, and even the headquarters got burned. We never have access to NTA to commute from Habel. Here there's a job. All of the routes are not open. Now, let's look at the important issue. For almost a year plus now, Westpel have been stable, gasoline prices are stable, and we look at infrastructure development. Developmental-wise, we see the overhead passport of the tribe, and we see the erection of the overpass bridge in progress. We see a lot of roads being open. They talk about 70,000 job creation across all sectors. It's proven upon our lawmaker because the president was making a report direct to the lawmaker. It is of their opinion to call to order the labor minister to prove all statistics about the 2,000 workers that have been employed.
Thank you.
Before then, we cannot say it's a lot to us. Thank you
Thank
for
you
putting
very
me down
much for your
this evening.
input. We take this person. Hello.
Hello,
Yeah, hello, you're live. Let's hear you.
my name is from Red Line.
What's on your mind?
Yeah, what on my mind is, you see, human being in Liberia, we just have to understand one another. You see, some people, they can't understand the English well.
Hmm.
They speak that the old man gave that the 70,000 job. The old man never said he employ people. He never said we create job or we employ people. He said we create. He never said employ. So that create me that, and he said you say the job that people get, some people on contract, some people on how to call short term, some people on internship, some people on different jobs that they talk about, but they taking pay. Those are okay. Went to Vera Ministry, they pinned up Vera Ministry, and they were cleaning. Those that were cleaning streets, they pay them. That to better see other people, some people on contract.
Okay.
All the people that want the Omer for all together and say 70,000. So the Omer never say I pro. He never said they employ 70,000. That's the English people want listen to.
So let understand it one moment. When what's the difference here when you create and when you employ? What's the difference here?
The difference here, if you employ, that means you employ somebody to be there for that 20 or 25 years. That government work.
Okay.
But if somebody tell you, say, this is contract, that means that contract, you will be taking pay, but you're not employed.
So create means you put the person on contract, but they're not employed.
Made them. If somebody say they made a job, that means that the person the person on contract or the on and some kind of pattern. That's what they're telling you. But it's not something that to say they employ you. They're not employ work. The person when the old man was speaking for his first time, he said the job creation that was giving them happen in the government. And then he told you that company, they put it in company, that they will come with investors for people to work. Then we created their job, not employment. Not employment, you working, but government paying you.
Thank you.
Understand that? But people not understand it.
Thank you.
Let me tell you something. That man, we don't know him that he's not man that can lie. That's what the purpose will do. He gets so many respect that he would never can turn it up. Even when people read it and give it to him, he would not because somebody read it, he would not look at it and say, so what they they want to know how your money goes. Then he gets to
thank you, Mama. Thank you for breaking that English down the way you can break it down. We appreciate you. Hello, Yanime, where are you calling us from? Let's hear you. What's on your mind?
That's even to you.
Good evening.
Okay. Let me tell your friend and brother. My name is Mohammed Emekane Chinyon.
All right.
And so let me speak in my own way of mine. I've formed the member team of the English Bureau of the Party Angle. Indeed, that I appreciate the president for his speech yesterday, like I said on the platform. Okay, but my issue here I have with the Ministry of Transport headed by Sedi Talo, and this is my point with him. Okay. What besides they take it rather than I think this car then they are taking huge money from people in time let us say they don't have any relation. And let's be very honest. Look, get wrong. Gasoline price go over. Hello? Yes, hello? Okay. While the gasoline price is up, gasoline price is down, they get many their fee is probably up. Can you imagine? When you're ready. What MTA bosses taking people from here, etc. You have other commercial bosses taking people from here, 150, 130. Take people from here, 200. Okay, for here to go in 150. You see, I think the Ministry of Transport need to fix that point. When Keke can't go, Mother Rule, Keke will be packed so that there's a horses. For that to come and even take huge amount of money over for people there. See, they are suffering any time. People buying gasoline gallon for almost 500, 700. Then the state charging people here to go in that 150. You come at 150. What are they working for?
All right.
So
thank you.
Even looking at I think be fired from that position. Thank you.
Thank you for your input tonight. Hello, your name and where you joining us from?
Yeah, hello. Good evening, Nelson Kole.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, Nelson. My Peter today on you already and calling from PV.
Let's hear you.
Yeah, Nelson. Let me say good evening to Excellency President Joseph Yuma Boga Senior, the greatest president of Public Liberia, the only president that declared and published the answer. Mr. President, I will always issue on the opposition. You went in the US, you speak good English. So the president said 700,000 people taking it at the West America saying 5 million human beings out of 27 million human beings out of population. The president said 700,000. So all the people are the opposition, they look at 700,000. I don't know a small or a printed. I really want to know what they're really talking ever. Because the 700,000, like, and then he's a video or can't say no. So I don't know what small number that the president they call. All I know is the 700, the banner, they left it. Now, what President Boga will continue to be president because he will eat 12 years. Yeah, I can eat 12 years. So now 24 years, So I was
So you not start sharing the years. You
So me I know President Joseph Yuma Boga here. You mean greater president, and the only president I went in a year and see going for Labrador and we represent Labrador. Thank you for the time and thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah. Thank you for taking your phone and sharing the years. 0555101075. Hello.
Good evening.
Yes, sir. Let's hear you.
Yeah, Nelson Kola, the Jones King court. There's Jones King Betty calling from Japanese.
Yeah, Jones.
Hello?
Yeah, Jones, go ahead.
Yeah, Nelson. Let me just count with this. My parity of reasoning, at least one caller who said the president. Hello, Nelson, can you get me?
Yes, sir. You're live.
Hello? Okay, at least a caller who said, I don't know the president, but I said job creation. But you have to create job. You can employ by parity of reasoning, and you didn't correct caller. You didn't correct that caller. You have to create job before you employ. I hope you listening. And now
Jones,
for the
just
issue of
say your
the
own,
40,000 plus job that President has spoken indeed. For now, I'll say some myth that President Boga can come out to the public or his team to tell in the energy sector how many persons employed, in the road sector, infrastructure, then we can combine the number. But it should be tangible that someone can get to some of the institutions and fast track those information. President Boga spoke of feeding at a very school. Now, I am an alumni of the Pinzo Community High School. That's a myth. I visited Pinzo Community High School today. There is no school feeding taking place there. Even the school are there places where President Boga lives. The public school are there. Absolutely zero, no school feeding program. And I call Bonkante another guy into another school when they feed the children one time a week. After 2 weeks, you got to find food to eat. This was school feeding program. That's not made by President Boga. Spoke of the economy. Brother, if the economy is good, you will not see by the world hunger index ranked like 112. And one of the worst countries people suffer hunger. People on a daily note cannot find good food to eat. We are around 112 more, the worst country. And you say the economy is good, President Boga. What are you telling us? Do you think we are sleeping in the place here? Things are talk. And it's good. You are feeding. You nursing student. You are feeding.
Thank you for your input tonight. We appreciate you.
On the administration, things are very tough.
Thanks a lot for your input, Jones. Hello. Let's hear you.
Thank you very much for accepting my call this evening. My name is Ojo Wawe. I'm calling from Coventry, Maghidi County.
What's on your mind?
I'm very angry at the GSK, especially the Liberian government. The health minister must take action now. GSK should not be a training center for medical students. Our people are dying. I just lost my niece, Rachel Seti, right in the hospital. If they want to open medical school, let it be to a different place that people don't have money can go and attend that medical or school or maybe go there for treatment. But GSK must not continue to be medical school. Our people are dying. Our people are dying. Let them stop it. Let them stop. I'm angry. People are dying every day because students are the ones that are working on the patient. It's not correct. And we pay our. And even if you want to retrieve body from that place, you have to pay a huge sum of money. It's not correct. I'm appealing to the president and the minister of health. Let that training stop. People are dying. People are dying. Please.
Thank you,
appeal to the Liberian government.
Thank you for your input. We appreciate it.
Yes, I'm angry. Please.
All right. Thanks a lot. Hello, your name and where you calling from?
Hello?
Yeah, hello. Let's hear you.
Yeah, Nelson. This is complete simple mathematics.
What's your name and where you calling from first?
This is Lucky J calling from Ghana.
Yeah, go ahead.
JNB plus SNB equals to.
But where SNB coming from now to add to JNB?
Thank you very much. JNB, Jesus Network Blessing plus SNB, own network blessing equals to Jesus Network. Yes. Have a good night.
Thank you for your input tonight. Hello, your name and where you calling from. Let's hear you.
Hello?
You want to walk away from the radio? Just call the radio.
I'm walking away, please. How is
Yeah, what's your name and where you calling from?
yeah, I'm Timothy Gu. I'm calling from 540.
Timothy, I'm still hearing myself.
Say that again?
There's still feedback there. You want to walk away from the radio?
Okay. I'm walking away. I'm already out of the radio. How are you?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's hear you.
Much better?
Better.
Hello?
Yeah, it's better now. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Okay, thank you. And I say I'm Timothy Gu. I'm calling from Ireland.
Timothy, what's your
Like I listened to most of your call, right? Someone said that the president called normal and it's just confusing the opposition. Who told you just called normal? Normal reflect with data. So if you don't know that when you come on the radio, please ask you questions. You can just come with normal. In case the president said he created 2 million jobs. So because he said 2 million, so we take it face value. We said no. So then he come with data. 3, the other men, they said they created a job for people. And then they say, I didn't know more today. If I when you shining shoe, yeah, job creation. When you ride keke, like job creation. But then they also were clear. Then they said, in case you ride keke, and then at the end of the day, the keke policemen stand before you and take your keke and park it for 2-3 days. Without job creation, we said no. You have to be careful. Mr. Baga, do not allow these small restaurants up there to fool you, because we know you are a good man. You have good things in your heart for Liberian people. But these small rescue, anytime rescue people that are around you will give you a hard time. So like I said, we'll also pray for you to lead our country, but forget about these small rescue people.
Thanks a lot for your input. We appreciate you tonight. This person. Hello, your name and where you joining us from? Let's hear you. Yeah, hello. Let's hear you.
Yeah, you. Jimmy. Jimmy. I call on our business people out in the borough of Nikita.
Go ahead.
First of all, the president frustrated all yesterday from his speech with the ordinary Latvians. Look, where is country the created 700,000 jobs? Where is this country doesn't carry on school feeding program?
So how many thousand jobs do you think the president or the government created?
But school is one of the best radio stations because
no, my man, no, forget about too bad for us. You know, this is a segment that affords you the time. So you say you don't agree with the 70,000. Now I'm asking you, what's the number? If you were to take into consideration something, what's the number you'd be looking at? All right. So, but unfortunately, we lost you. Let's take this person. Hello. Again, we lost that person. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
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 Yeah, hello. You're live on the show. Let's hear you.
Yeah, I want a question. The 27 million job and 70,000 job. Who laugh?
You say what? 27?
The 27 million job and the 70,000 job. Who laugh?
No, but the 27 million are not job. That people that came out of poverty.
All of poverty. How they keep all of poverty? You get a job. You get a job. How they keep all of poverty? That's what they say. So okay, on the fact that was saying now
27 million
job.
27 million, not talking about job.
25,000 million. The 25 million, I mean, who lied to the liberal people? 25 million and 70,000. Who lied to the liberal people?
No, but 27 million, not talking about job. 27 million only say they take 27 million people out of poverty. 70,000
divide money on there.
Yeah.
That means you get the money on there, you take them for poverty. That means they lie. That means when you divide money on the people, 27 million, what you get them money? You not get a job. Where you take that money from? No, my brother, don't laugh. Let me tell you something. The people will not come together to build a country. We say now, we say we'll be against one another. We'll suffer here. Let me tell you something.
Too bad. It's like we lost that caller. But keep your calls coming. This is Spoon 107.5 FM. This is Spoon Talk you're listening to. We're live across the Spoon Network. I'm Nelson Colette, and the segment you're listening to is the What's on Your Mind segment on Spoon Talk tonight. The numbers to call and make your point 0555-101075. I'm going to announce the next number, but let's take this person. Hello. You're live. Let's hear you.
Hello, how are you? I'm from Brother.
Famola, go ahead. Let's hear you. What's on your mind?
My man, I'm so disappointed in many Liberians who have no respect for elders. Yes. Even if look at the woman age, could be a father, could be a grandfather, and they just speaking street language to him. Are you lying? He's doing this. You know, I'm so surprised at people who can see the reality and turn blind eye to get in their favor. Look at sending into power. You don't see restoration in the market here. Send the Omega into power. You all see people fighting for fuel. We know to go to people to fight to get fuel everywhere and affordable. Send the Omega into power now. Look at Brownsville. We get calling. Our calling just there. The whole place street light. Many places down in Brownsville. And people can realize anything they just there. You're supposed to tell that to the woman, even don't need the presidency. Your father age. You're supposed to tell him, say, oh, they're lying, they're doing one. But you know why? They're losing their own blessing. Oh, man, the woman is talking about supposed to say, 11 years myself to do the right thing and make it play better for ourselves.
Thank you very much. We appreciate you. This person, hello.
Let's hear.
Yes, sir. Good evening. Let's hear you.
Hearing.
Yes, sir. Good evening to you.
Yeah, this is Oscar Zibwe calling from Compass City, Diva County.
Oscar, it's good to have you on tonight. What's on your mind?
Next thing, what my man have to do with the president of this Mr. Address. Next thing, a backward being. I don't know. The president was waiting so there's a Prince Johnson can put into power so he can talk about walk on call, for Prince Johnson to die, so they walk and die. Next thing, a backward being. That the president be addressing the nations and forgot about the walk on court. Because this was a major thing when he went to America for his 3 months, he signed a walk on court. So it indicates to me that he was only signed it because Prince Johnson fought her and brought him to leadership. So for everything, he wanted to frustrate Prince Johnson and kill him. That's why he signed walk on court. But next thing, is that surprising to
Oscar, what do you think?
Okay.
What do you think?
You coming broken? I'm not getting you. Come again?
I'm asking, what do you think?
Hello.
All right. It's like you're not hearing me again.
I don't know. Let's see. You gotta open an extra line for we who live out of Monrovia because the line can be too busy and bad. I'm not getting you.
All right, thank you. But I think a portion of your point went across. Let's take this person. Hello. Let's hear you. Good evening, sir. Let's hear you. What's on your mind?
This is Mr. Ball speaking from district number 9 this evening.
Mr. Ball, let's hear you.
I tell you, you are over there quietly listening to the Liberian people. This thing we started way back. Since the Liberian people cannot come to themselves, we will continue. They want millions, 50,000, this and that. The very first thing I was supposed to sit down and be thinking of what can we do to help this woman to uplift this country here. But nobody want to know every day. See, this is since the election of this woman, what have they done in this country for us? The other political parties are getting it. The election we never see. We're supposed to be thinking when they all may get tired, who will hold this country the way he is holding? 2 years work. We are looking at it. 2 years, not even 3.
Thank you.
Then people want to compare 2 years job to 6 years. And that for me, when so-called politicians sitting down, they just want to say words that people will just look at. And I like the way how the other man said, they have no respect for others. And now I will suffer them in this nation here.
Thank you very much for your input. Let's hold you there. This person, hello.
Yeah, my Emmanuel, I want to tell but I get to the last one like the European change like in the kilo 2 things that job we had there was wrong. So when people say, well, I thought 25,000
President Boaga said 100,000. So it's trying to tell us that President Boaga will allow already Samuel to allow. But I'm making fun. We are not putting in the country. We're not putting in there. We're making fun. To put in the message for young people, a lot of people, not putting in the country. They will get last month. La. Okay.
Thank you. No capital, la, small la. La. Hello? Let's hear you.
Hello?
Yes, you're live. Let's hear you.
Okay, it's Johnson from my call from Angie Brazil.
Mr. Flomo, it's good to have you on. Let's hear you. What's on your mind?
Yeah, what on my mind? There are plenty, but let me just name a few.
Yeah, go ahead.
First of all, the thing they're talking about, the reduction of the petroleum product in the country.
The price, yeah.
What a trickle down on us. Transportation in the city, you're still looking. They see 100 I would say paying from here to go to how to call it Douala. They ever living alone. Eh? What are they doing? Okay, they say the flour reduce. But for you to even get the filter out, look, the $20 eh? Flour reduce. The rice, I think the cup of rice now we're supposed to be talking about maybe $20 for a cup of rice. Eh? But it's not the case. So what the trigger down effect on the citizen?
All right.
Why we still benefit?
Thank you for your input.
Yeah.
We appreciate
There are
you.
plenty
Great
of
concern.
because if I want to, let me give others a chance to.
Yeah, thank you, sir. We appreciate you. Great concerns. Hello.
Good evening.
Yeah, hello. Good evening to you. Let's hear you.
Daniel Walipe, and I call from 540 Congo Town.
Danny Wally, what's on your mind?
Yeah, my brother, what's on my mind is about the burning of the Capitol building.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's taking too long now. We want to see the tour of the ice. Yeah, so government can find guilty if the person, if they can find guilty, then free the people then. Then be all free people be passing around. So you get keep the people like that. Then you're not investigating the case, and you don't want to right? No. The people just waiting on you. Nothing happening.
Daniel Wally, why do you think the government is not investigating the case? Why do you think so?
Yeah, for me, I don't know about case, but you see, you say that you say that the people did thing. You should get evidence that can prove them guilty. So then what is the hold on now? If you can't get the evidence, then why can't forget about the people then?
All right.
And set them free.
Thank you.
Secondly, is about the feeding program. I think the president said yesterday that there's a feeding program that will go on in schools. But I don't really tell. I don't know whether it's happening also in Bon County, from a county. Yeah. So about the feeding program, then you please let me know. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. I'm concerned about the school feeding program that he's talking about.
Thanks a lot for your input. We appreciate you, sir.
Thank you.
All right. Hello, your name and where are you joining us from? Yeah, sir. Let's hear you.
My name is Imam Kasano from Fulton, Bombing Highway.
From Bombing, let's hear you. What's up,
man? The horses then are on Bombing Highway. What the road going to start? What time do we mark the era? Because people on finished building there, they couldn't wait because even though how far the road will be extended. Thank you, Imam Kasano.
Thank you, sir, for your input. We appreciate you, sir. Hello.
Good evening. This is Oscar. I'm back on the line again because I want to get to you.
Okay, Oscar, go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah, next thing what on my mind have to do with the president's national address. As I was saying, President Boakai signed the War Crown Court because of Prince Johnson business. Because when you were addressing the nation yesterday, we know he's saying nothing about the War Crown Court. So I don't know what is the reason. I don't know because Johnson gave Nimba County to him to gain 99% or 95% of the population in Nimba to vote him as a president. And the reward he gave the president to sign walk on call for president to die out of frustration. So is that what he's telling with the Nimbanians? Then the second thing has to do with the economy. The president said the economy of the country is 5.1%. And next thing, as
you
can
said the
see
economy
in the country,
is what? Is what 5.1? You said the economy is what?
Economy, the growth of the economy is 5.1%.
Okay.
5.1. Now what the president said. And next thing you can see in the country, 9% of the citizens in the country, 90% of the citizens in the country are living below $1 a day. And you can see the baker there on the street. I think you see, okay, so just when they went on the street. And now, the citizens of the country cannot even afford $1 to go in the market to buy food for the day and to feed and stuff. Then the president said the economy of the country is getting stable. Is it a school thing he's telling with the Liberians? Mr. President, we elected you most of the Liberians because we gave you 5% of the vote in Nimba. So he will be serious and see how best he can govern this country. We have confidence in you. That's why we get an election. No matter because you got our soul, no matter what our brother is working with you, but you got to be serious and govern this country well. He told us that the project in Lofa, it was ERU, something other word, the West African something. But now you are telling us that it's government project. Are you serious to tell Liberians what
Thank you.
You have to be serious, Mr. President.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Oscar. We appreciate you. Hello.
Hello, Nelson.
Yeah, hello, Paco. It's good to have you.
Yeah, thank God, man. Happy New Year.
Same to you, sir. What's on your mind?
The only number up.
You're on the line now. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Okay, thank you, man. Look, while to be serious here, thank God to the president, thank God to the Iron Mercy to the Liberian people. Everything the president said about the country, we see it. The rest, that Paco can buy rest, and my family eat.
So, Paco, how much you buying the rest now?
$14. I came up prepare it to be cheap. Now I can take my keke and go, my job, and call, give me what I want. I can sit down 24 hours. Like that because the president told me that the director, the managing director, or LC working on the current. What on sure today to our incident today, okay, they want to do more. It was more. Yep. Musa Perez, uno, EDK, woman, LG today. So what a very important. The president said short time, but we can't work it for short time. I will wear a smooth out for short time. It's a long time. Metals eat. Some people working there. Pierre Martin. Somebody people working there for short time. Yeah? The company and then the concern. There were NGO, yeah. Some call it NGO, yeah. Some people sign a loose for contract. So what a big TV job I put down. No, okay? No, call your president. We get a person who can listen to the Liberian. We're going to do the party. We can have power role. We can tell our leaders the truth. And you all know. And you know the small family of my family. We can pass the role without any choosing the truth. We can tell our leaders the truth. No more pay. Anyone who are not good. You know the party will pay. Yeah. Chop on do the right thing. We tell you the paper they want to go. But the measure will try to work on work. But they want them to 700. 5,000 some more. Under the 5,000 because 70. There's that came in work. The thing, the president running away. No, the opposition weak.
Thank you.
Here's the Jewish hour. And the Republican also. They will kill us for a reason. Yet that their country is a pass. Say Joe Bonaparte, everyone has in our pay also. That's why the money, you know, compare in local country. They're talking about it. They're talking about the care. Where am I try to put on country? They're talking about it. They're talking about the rest. What come minister trying to see? They're talking about it. They're talking about popular. Well, grow for now for my country. We was a crazy. They're talking about it. We're talking about. Someone say, no,
Well,
12 years.
Thank you.
2 years, great. I mean, with Mamazi Cabana, I got more town. Without Pelé, you're weak. You're weak.
Thank you very much, Paco. Paco, you're not tough alone now. There are other people talk to. Hello. Yeah, hello.
Yeah, I want to know Paco. You small chance.
That's on your tongue, Paco. Iso. So just go ahead. Your tongue starts now.
So the first thing, you know the party person opposition weak, but they don't want crying for respect. No, somebody lie. When you have to compare somebody say the men are old men, the men are young men. Somebody can our country, the our country. They can't now the national potential. They lie to us. Then people when they are asking them, whether in the world say when old men lie, they lie. Joseph Boaga spent a bullfield lie yesterday. And what the president lie to us.
The people say, you know, the president is an elder, you know, and traditionally you should address him with respect. That's what they're saying.
So the issue is that even in tradition, no one they say when elder person lies, they lie. If Joseph Boaga come and say Boaga is he know in the world there is nothing that call lies or insult. So Joseph Boaga can lie to us. We declare the same thing, he lied to us. Why is everybody crying out? Men are old men, don't say he lie. If old men lie, we say he lie. So old men rape them all, you're not jailing for raping.
Thank you for your input. We appreciate you. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. I see the CEO has joined us. CEO, welcome to the show.
I see that you're doing the same thing from yesterday. You're running with this same thing, and I mean, that's what we got now, Nelson. That's exactly what we have, right? The state of the nation, the response, those respond to the state, you know, it's kind of important though, right? People are responding. Political parties are responding. I see CDC party mess up, man. What's going on with CDC? Jangako is cold like ice. Jangako can't even talk good. Are you kidding me? You sent Jangako to respond to CDC? He doesn't even know how to address or do or respond. But that's the business. I'm not going to beat on, you know, CDC. But I think the best response came from Mr. Cummings, and we'll speak to that. We got other news coming up that is very, very powerful. But listen, you know, people say in the state of the nation feelings, and, you know, the big show that we had yesterday, the special edition program we had yesterday, when you get everybody coming on, you know, we said Blamo, and Blamo, we said Blamo. You have Edward Snow, Busa Beriti, Clarence Moluba, you know, Simon Freeman will be joining us later this week. You know, and everybody just come in, you listen to Mr. Cummings, you know, talk about alternative perspective, you know, in his own response. Then you go to CDC now. CDC, number one, they started the program 2 hours late. Number two, the place was empty. We understand they have no headquarters, right? But CDC for inside. CDC response was the worst. And I want to say that and tell that I know they're going to come and get very me. But CDC response was poo-poo platoon. You know what they call poo-poo platoon? You remember? No, that's CDC.
Way behind the
line. CDC, a whole big political party that people say, yeah, they got a big party, yeah. CDC respond, they fell flat. They can't even talk. Hey, can you imagine that? Listen, Fede Bala, it's not me, but CDC respond was cold as ice. I turned the internet off. I turned it back on. I turned Facebook off. Our finding means that the internet shouldn't work. Now see, but then the internet was working because it came from all other places, right? I said, but I don't have a silent. CDC response was the worst response ever. To be frank, it led me to send messages to people and I was saying on the show, if CDC keep Jangako, they can't even win a beauty pageant. 2029 beauty pageant, they will not win if they keep Jangako as the chairman. But we're talking about it though. We got other videos to show you tonight that something is happening though. 70,000 jobs, paying the nurses, you know, and job creation. Hey, man, the United Party just defending. United Party messed up because everybody want to eat the media intelligent money. So all of them running for media intelligent money. Can you imagine that? How much is that? Would that call Jeremy Pierre? How much was the media intelligence money to pull all the garden out? And they just made things worse. The whole country, everybody on a Calais, everybody tried to hustle. Jeremy Pierre, all of them tried to hustle, man. Yeah, this is an investigation team, man. It is. You know, but again, that's it. You got look at Russell coming on. And you know, we're gonna play CDC. You know that CDC, the place was empty. The place was very empty. And like people refused it. And look at CDC party response headquarters. It's like a bar. It's like people going there to drink. Look at the political leader that are saying that. No, Nelson, come on, don't go up. What kind of man is it? Come on, Nelson, don't go up. Why are you going up?
No, I'm here. I'm here.
Don't go up. You scared a lot? Look at CDC party response. Look at the party response headquarters. Russell, I know you don't want to go there, right? Look at the party response headquarters. Look at the foreign dignitaries. Look at the political leaders that are sitting there. You are muted, man. We're not hearing you though. If you're talking to us, we are not hearing you, Russell. And this is Nancy. Is this what we're going to do, Nancy?
But CEO, looking at most of the people at the front there, I think they are mostly journalists.
No. You're going to get in touch, you know that?
Most of those.
Look at the yard park with foreign cars, foreign plates. Look at the CDC lawmaker there. Look at the sitting there. Look at the CDC lawmaker sitting there. The only thing I took away was the battle cry. Yo. You gotta have a show. But my CDC. I mean, I don't know. Why you do me like this? Blessing me like this, blessing me like that. I'm grateful. CDC, listen, Janga Cole was the worst person to give that response. Janga Cole is my man, but Janga Cole is cool. He weak. I don't know what happened with Janga Cole. Janga Cole weak like Kema. I'm not anything. I just different of Kema. Yeah, nobody. But listen, I do my own. We got a few times. The guys coming on. But let me tell you something, right? And listen, guys, Joseph Kayon, I beg you, let's stick on the topic about. Y'all leave me alone for the Bada, Sharif, Hadana, y'all Alex Smith. Let's talk about CDC response today. Mr. Cummings, oh my God. Mr. Cummings was great. To tell you the truth, I was surprised, right? Yesterday, Musa Benete, he did excellent, right? But then I come to the biggest opposition political party. The CDC response was weak like Kema, you know what? Bida Benete, Bida, leave me alone. Robert, very welcome to the show. CDC response. I want you to tell me something. What's going on with CDC? What's going on with CDC? Can somebody seriously tell me what's going on with CDC? CDC had the worst response. You know why? Because they were deficits here. They can't say fue. Now they will have said something if they're going to allow Fanatic Kofa to give that, or maybe Eugene Nangwe. You cannot let they gotta fire Jangako. They gotta remove Jangako. Jangako will make the party not even win a beauty pageant. The Prophet Key will say you can't take fire to a beauty pageant. Yeah, you gotta fire Jangako. Jangako gotta go. Jangako, he got no bone, he got no spine, he got no spirit. It's something that can move the people. Jangako came to do response 2 hours late. Can you imagine that? Nobody, who was there with Jangako? The party leaders. Which one of the leaders were there with Jangako? Nelson, which one of them?
Yeah.
That's why you slept on talk. You're not Bobo. Talk.
No, but see you at the end of the day, they
answer my question. Who are there with Jangako today? Not end of the day.
I didn't really capture any of the.
Measure the government by the conditions of household, the security of institutions, the durability of services.
They got would never even win a community baseball team, community football championship. He can win. He can't win with district chair. This guy can do it. Seriously, The player you got 10 horses, you put a man there, you say run, he can't win it. This guy has become an embarrassment to CDC. But that's the business, right? We're talking. I know that's you're scared to talk. My own are free to talk though. I can say anything. Dwada Daniel, you agree with me because you're a sedition, right? The man is weak like Kema, you know what? What do you mean Kema, you know what? I don't know what they call Kema, you know what? I'm not saying it. That's the only thing I know. Jangako is weak. But then we're going to play Mr. Cummings, right? Mr. Cummings, he was on point. And I think something about Mr. Cummings, right? That go and see everybody that gave the owner, you're going to feel something. That they're holding the government feet to the fire. They're talking about the 70,000 job. What are they saying? Any 70,000 job. They talk about inflation, right? They talk about GDP. All that thing I said, so yama. We know that, right? But the government now is on the defense. The government defending, setting people up. But they can't make it. Government cannot defend herself. They can't make it. The people that are stupid, go on the street today. And our guys are going on the street tomorrow. The rest of the week, our guys will be on the street. They're going there to ask people questions. Go on the street. Go on the street. I'm telling you. The people are confused. They say, but what did Papa say today? What is 70,000 job? But anyway, we talked about it a lot yesterday. Let's talk about CDC. Let's talk about ANC. Let's talk about CMC. Let's talk about LANU. Let's talk about what the other party, Liberal Alternative People Party, the Papa were on yesterday. They call it what the party name again? Where am I put my people? Liberal Alternative People Party, yes, something like that. LAP, LAPP. Yeah. But again, I knew I went downstairs for something. But this is dangerous for CDC. All the CDC guys there now, they better come and stand how you lie our speech. So you know what I said? I said, what? Did y'all say what? If you put CDC and Unity Party together, I feel for CDC. Maybe only job we are to get standing. To tell you the truth, listen, without job we are, CDC is dead. To tell you the truth, I think only job we are to get standing because that is not a response. Listen. And I know, man, I beg you on my library, but won't open the phone out of your fail. CDC, I was expecting something powerful. When they said Fanatic Kofa, I said, oh yeah, maybe it will be juicy. Then when they said no, Jangako, I said, oh my God. Jangako, he's afraid to get him. My man, they all got eaten on our show. Russell, you eating on our show, my man? You open your mouth too? Well, man, without hearing, wait, Russell, unmute yourself, Russell. Let me see if I can fix this thing for you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're good now. You're good. Yeah, you're good.
1, 2, 3. Just using a different computer.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, you're good. You're super now. Yeah, but Russell, man, I kind of disappointed on CDC response to the president's state of the nation. A lot of problems were in that state of the nation addressed by the president, but then CDC came and just dumped inside and just messed it up. And now everybody, people are kind of frustrated that CDC, I don't know, will CDC ever come back? Will CDC ever bounce back? Give the thing to Samuel Tuer, he would try. Give it to Eugene Nangwe, he would try. Give it to Miguel, he would try. Give it to Fanatic Kofa. But you go give it to Jangako. Fire Jangako! Jangako can talk. Jangako can talk, my people. Jangako scared the camera. I think because you were working at the finance ministry and they were prosecuting soon, there's an indictment coming on Jangako. So he's afraid to talk. I think that's the reason though, right? They're talking, he gave statement through LUCC, but the people checking to see whether they can charge him. So I think Jangako is afraid to talk and he cannot fight the fight, He's not a lawmaker, he hustled on the cemetery, he got a job, finance ministry, he make himself a lot of money, he and Samara would have caught him, and now he cannot fight the government. Jangako is a problem. Jangako is a problem. But let me hear you, Benedict. Benedict, I know you didn't listen to it because they started late. They started 2 hours late, right? We're going to play the clip here and there. But give it to Mr. Cummings, though. Mr. Cummings was on time. Mr. Cummings set the agenda. Mr. Cummings delivered as an opposition political party, and we'll talk about it. But also, I'd like to say again, we got the information that Vice President Jeremiah Kuhn bought 15 vehicles for his office staff. 15. We're paying with shooting vehicle, 15. I don't know what you're going to take. We got a lot of information coming to you. And we are also hearing that Joseph Boakai is planning some changes in government. And it's kind of troubling. Those names I'm hearing, they are troubling, right? And the government cannot defend themselves anymore, because whenever they go up there, they get in trouble. Benedict, I don't think the government should, right? The government work should speak for them, Benedict. When the government go out, Benedict, like when you hit the street of Brooklyn Park, people remember you for what you did for them, for what you continue to do. They said, yes. When you go to Waterside Market, people say, that's Billy D. That's Winfred Russell. I know him, right? You don't have to blow your own trumpet, right? They know who you are. They know how you're knocking on doors and carrying food to people through these difficult times. They know you. Liberians in government, from Madam Salih to George Weah to Joseph Boakai, the ministers and directors know you. When they visit, Minnesota, they call you. Politicians call you. You don't need to introduce yourself. But when it comes to Liberia government today, Honor Unity Party, this government today, it's a problem. Because the only thing to know is to curse. The only thing is to know is to say, we don't care whether you vote for us again. We don't need you. We'll do it by ourselves. You can comprehend. And these things becoming to be a trouble, and people are backing off the Unity Party. So when you make dumb mistake, like you created 70,000 jobs, people laugh at you. When you make some of the dumb mistake, like you actually take people from point A to point B, nurses' salary went up, people laugh at you because nurses are crying. When you say you feed a student across the country for $88 million, people say you are a joker. But then who come to respond? The same government people that are eating the money. The same government people that are making the money. The same government people that are getting fat every day. The same government people that are driving in a luxury car. They are the same people coming to respond. How can the people believe that? Tell the people would not believe that. So today, we're going to talk about imposition, opposition, and opposition. We welcome Billy D. Winfred Russell. We welcome Uncle Sam, Samuel P. Jackson, and our counselor, Lafayette Gould, to the show. As we begin to start, we say that's one more time, right? Yeah, we got some more time to start. We honor the weather, but we say, man, it's good to see you. Great, man. It's good to see you. My own, I would say as I see it. I would say as I see it. You can get better at business, but I always say my own. And what I see is CDC continue with that guy, Uncle Sam. And I know you know him, that Jenga Ko guy. CDC will not win election. You got a guy weak like him up. You know what? He weak the banana peeling. He weak the Kemal left toe. He's very weak. He cannot take this party anywhere. They must have a convention. They must replace him. That's not his area. He can do any other thing. They beat the man say, yes, sir. He do nothing. The poker ask you in jail, the man say, yes, sir. He do nothing. They remove Falatikova, the man say, yes, sir. He do nothing. They broke down the party, the man say, yes, sir. They say, come and respond to the State of the Nation address. They make him 2 hours later and say, PHP Park, that beautiful place. Can you imagine? Welcome to the show, folks. Share the show. We are on Voice of Liberia. We are on Spoon FM, Super Fabric, and all of our outlets out there. Join us on Facebook. Let's make progress. Let's share the show. We want to say welcome to you all. It's going to be a great show. Jeremiah Kwankung, Vice President of the Republic of Liberia, 15 vehicles for all his office staff. All my people.
So let me ask you a question, Stanton. Maybe Uncle Sam, Mr. Jackson may be able to answer this, and clearly Mr. Gould as well. After the State of the Union, address, as is customarily done here in the U.S., does the president take his speech on the road? I mean, does it go out there and and do like a nationwide tour and talk to the folks to try to
but are you not a Liberian? Why are you asking that question? Are you not a Liberian? You
No, but I am.
But you came here to go to school as a journalist. You follow politics. Why the hell are you asking that question?
No, I'm asking.
Don't answer that question. You from Liberia, you born in Liberia, you came here on a scholarship to go to school, you follow politics, then you're asking us. We should be asking you. You're Liberian. How are you foreigner?
No. Stanton. I'm just asking if that is customarily done. I mean,
but you answer us. Have you seen it? You work with Madam Senate government. You work with Jowier government. You working in the government. Then you ask us, answer you. You answer us. Answer your question.
Well, if it's not done, I think it will be a good thing. I think they should do that. Uncle Sam, what's your thoughts on that? You're silent.
No, I know. I mean, I was trying to put my speaker on. Look, I don't know what is normal in Liberia anymore. I really don't know what's normal and what is abnormal. You know, I just having fun from Cape Town, watching the whatever it is, was it a comedy of errors, tragic comedy? It's just really bad. Look, when the president of the Republic of Liberia makes a speech and says that we created 70,000 temporary 70,000 temporary to medium jobs. And then the Ministry of Information has to give a press conference the next day to give clarification. Clearly, you eat deep doodle. Because when you say something as dramatic as 70,000, right? You should give us the source. The Ministry of Labor is the national authoritative source for labor economics and labor markets. When you create 70,000 temporary to a medium, and these are mostly what is called social protection. Liberian people, let me explain what it is. I live right here in Yekwi Town. The World Bank Realized Project is something from the post-COVID dispensation, where the World Bank said because of the drop in incomes, we're going to be giving, we don't want to just give vulnerable people free money, so we want to give them this money. This started in 2021. This is not a United Party project. This is not even a political project. For the president to go in his annual message, and all we are talking about today is the 70,000 jobs, and they're giving us all kind of things about 35,000 jobs in road lighting project, or what do you call it? Then he said, urban roads, and then they come and tell us, intelligent people like us, that inflation dropped from 8% to 4% year on year, which is technically impossible because, number one, there had to be some huge drop. If you look at the CPR, let me explain what the CPR. They got, I don't know, maybe 11 to 19.
Well, Uncle Sam, we started the show, yeah. Uncle Sam, let people introduce themselves. You going too far. Let it introduce themselves.
Yeah. I'm here tonight to debunk, rebut, and make them to look stupid for what they told the Liberian people yesterday. My water, they sent us to school so we can interpret figures for them. What they did yesterday was borderline criminality, giving us those fake figures and lying. Right? Can't talk about flour dropped from $25 to $35. Listen, that's
Uncle Sam, again, we get into it because it's the second phase of the conversation. We want to welcome Billy D. Russell. We want to welcome Samuel Jackson and the Councillor Lafayette B. Good Sr. It's good to have all of you before the rest of the team join us. Let's hear you, my brother. Welcome to the show, Councillor.
Thank you, Stanton, and let me say good evening to Uncle Sam and Russell. Nice to be here. So I know there are a lot of things to discuss, but I think I listened to part of the speech, especially, and I followed the discussions on Facebook about the 70,000 jobs. Well, it's something that I think could be realistic. We're talking about 5.2 million people. So to create 70,000 jobs in 1 year is possible. But like many persons ask, And I don't think we expect that in the president's speech, the data will be stated therein. So we expect that the data will be generated from the various agencies that are responsible for statistics when it comes to labor statistics in the country.
Thank you.
Yes, even on the economy. So, but I don't know whether maybe I didn't listen to that part, but I didn't hear anything about the Ministry of Justice progress. Because normally in a year, except for the Arson case, but I think normally in the year, when we are at the Ministry of Justice, we will send the prosecution department will collate all of the cases that is heard over the period of time, and the number of cases won and the number of cases lost, and and I mean just progress in terms of how, because there's this normal tendency that government can win case, government can win case, yeah. So I didn't hear that. Maybe I didn't listen to that part, but to the extent that I'm listening, I didn't hear anything about the Ministry of Justice progress on the number of cases won over the period of time. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Benedict, I know you were asking a question and somebody interrupted you because you should know that answer as a politician here. But let's come to you. Welcome to the show, my brother. We got a lot to cover today, so we'll jump right into it.
Thank you, Stanton. And once again, it's great being here and interacting with fine gentlemen like Mr. Jackson, Councillor Gould, and to all of our viewers and listeners out there. Nelson is in the back producing for us, and Stanton is moderating. So it's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful time. So looking forward to the conversation and looking forward to what we're going to be producing tonight, especially solutions that we will be proffering to help move our country forward. So I'm looking forward to it. Thank you, Stanton.
Yes, I want to say thanks to all of you. Now go on YouTube, go on Facebook, share the show. Let's make progress. It's good to have you. It's good that we're here together to discuss issues concerning the Republic of Liberia. We want to welcome all of our many followers. Eric Kazulu, welcome to the show. Celia Sedilu, Melvin Ja Roberts, Mohammed Kakai. We're going to welcome the email is coming up, Mark Lincoln. I think that's your email coming up, Weekly Chill. We're going to welcome you. The name is Sansis77. I think you guys are joining us by way of YouTube. Bulai Dole, Momo O Morphe, it's good to have you. Howard Ita, as always, thank you. Akamun Rogers, Williette Morris. We're going to bring in Samuel Gaked Hollywood again. We want to welcome Robert Ngoma, Joseph Clamon, Stephen Bondo, LRB blogger, Kaman Fofana, Samuel Goga, Zil Carter, every one of you. We say thank you for joining us. Emmanuel Bidel, all of you, thank you for joining us. Let's have a great show. As much as we have, we share the message. We are just the messenger. Right now, it's 4:31 Eastern Time here in the USA. That is 9:31 in Liberia. Let's get this off. And I think it will be only important for us to do so. Woke up this morning and the president, the vice president of the Republic of Liberia, people sending me all the messages and says, Stanton, the vice president obtained 15 vehicles for his office. Let's play this video, which will bring attention to the discussion. Then we'll come to the speech and all the other stuff that you want us to come to. Let's just play this video.
This is the office of the vice president. The VP say I cannot just be the vice president and I won't be in Guka. So I'm making some vehicles available for my co-workers, people who are making the office of the vice president very effective. You see these vehicles, brand new vehicles for different positions in the office of the vice president, the first of a kind for a Liberian vice president to do that. See the kind of cars that the vice president is purchasing. And fortunately this morning, my own friend and brother, Edwin Corden, is assessing this one. The new kind of people, Edwin. Brother Edwin, you see? Edwin, this morning I see the man doing some assessment. That is good man here, Edwin. Come on, move on, Mecca. So you see, brand new cars.
All right, so there you have it, though. Let's get into it. These cars, we've been hearing the issue about the cars coming, brand new car, from China, by the way. We see the GSA, it's for the Liberian government, but now 15 of them turn over to the office of the vice president. People that send me the information say the vice president bought his office staff 15 brand new vehicle. Uncle Sam, I'm going to start with you. Is there anything wrong with the picture you are seeing in the video?
Well, okay. On the surface, it looks extremely bad. But let's dig a little bit deeper, right? Is this government own these cars? Was there a procurement process? And are these cars, in terms of value for money, because they look like some very expensive cars? So I would ask us, it looks very bad. It does look very bad, right? But we have to do a deep analysis to determine, number one, those cars from China, whether they are comparable to prices of similar vehicles from the United States or China, United States or Japan or other countries. But they look like pretty fancy cars. They look like a lot of money. And this requires a major investigation to the matter. We should investigate, okay? And because this looks, but just imagine the vice president's office, right? Hired by the other members of the legislature in terms of the speaker's office, the deputy speaker, and other members of the legislature, right? Did they also get brand new cars too? And why was priority given to the vice president to buy 15 of those brand new cars? And why are they exhibiting them like this is the car showroom? Okay, just that image alone is bad for the country, is bad for the vice president, and the vice president and others need to make a public statement ASAP to calm the nerves of the public, because that looks very bad. In view of the hardship let's
take it easy and make this round through. Let's run around. We will spend some time on this. We'll talk about the politics and the SONA and the response to the SONA. Benedict, let's hear you. You are seeing the video. We'll play the video again. The reaction now from the Liberian people, the timing, Benedict, 15 brand new vehicle. When I received the information, I followed up and I have some stories. Let's hear you, Benedict. The optic, what say you? Benedict, you got to unmute yourself.
Oh. Yeah, why isn't the vice president though? I respond to the question, but I also want to ask a question. This stuff, this day in and day out, same story every day. It is very disheartening, really. Considering how tough things are in the country and how people are going home hungry and going to bed hungry, and all of the kitchen table issues that we have, and we're focused on purchasing cars. Why isn't the vice president's office going through the GSA to buy these cars? Why does it need all of these cars? Why does his office need all of these cars? So that's the question that I would like to put out there. But again, the optics, especially coming right after the SONA, the optics does not look good at all. So I really don't understand who are some of the folks there advising these guys. These leaders, these government officials, in these sort of public frontal positions, and they're doing these kinds of things, Stanton. And, it is disheartening, to be honest. We don't need to see the vice president office coming out, rolling out brand new cars, like this, when people are going to bed hungry, when the hospitals don't have, medication. There are a whole host of issues and problems that need to be immediately addressed. I don't think buying vehicles, I don't think that's one of them.
Okay, thank you very much. I want to bring Lafayette. Let's hear you consider. What's your take?
Well, Stanton is, it's so difficult to really, phantom how this whole thing, happened just, in the time that we having issues with the, there are a lot of issues with the SONA, the statistics, job statistics, and the economy, the inflation, and what have you. But if I were the vice president, I wouldn't, venture into procuring cars in such quantity like this. What I would do is I will opt for my employees' salary to increase, to put whatever benefit that we want them to get a vehicle. We'll put it into their salary, and they can go to the bank, right? And they themselves could be able to procure, the cars. Maybe because anyway, after 3 years, those cars I depreciated, and the GSA will open it for each of those employees to be able to purchase those cars for themselves, because we're talking about 4 more years, and the government depreciation rate of vehicle is 3 years. So within the next 3-4 years, those cars are definitely going to be purchased by each of those employees. I think for me the uptake is not good, and that's why even when I was contesting to be representative, I would like to say I was not opting to take government car, because I was saying that there's no need to buy a car for lawmaker, right? This to say stop. There's no need, because if I was a civil servant, I'm making $500, and I was running campaign, and I was able to go to the bank and take loan from the bank, and buy a car. I use that same car to do government work and run my campaign. So now that I win the election, I become a lawmaker, I got $8,000, benefit. Why can't I go to the bank the same way now that I used to go, with my $500, get a car from the bank, take a loan, and do the same? So, but again, that's the law that's on the book. So if the money is in the budget, well, then I don't think it is wrong, but I would not have been the person to do it in such a way and with such a family manner and at such a time. I mean, that's just it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Councillor Good. Let us bring in Jacob. Welcome to the show. T. Wanoka, welcome. Colonel L. Remy Gray, welcome to the show. Jacob, let me play the video again since you guys just joining us. And then let's just see what the was very important for us to have the discussion. Now, the council is saying whether it was budgeted for. Who owns these cars, right? Is the office of the vice president just using it? Did the office of the vice president purchase these cars? Another question remains unanswered. Let's play the video again quickly. To all of you out there, watch the video. We received these videos and these pictures that the office of the vice president, Stafford, received cars. 15, 1-5, not 50. 15, 1-5. Please. Those of you that saying 15, no. 1-5, 15. So let's just get it right.
Tommy, this is the office of the vice president. The VP say I cannot just be the vice president and I won't be in Guka. So I'm making some vehicles available for my co-workers, people who are making the office of the vice president very effective. You see these vehicles, brand new vehicles for different positions in the office of the vice president, the first of a kind for a Liberian vice president to do that. See the kind of cars that the vice president is purchasing. And fortunately this morning, my own friend and brother, Edwin Corden, is assessing this one. The new kind of people, Edwin. Brother Edwin, you see? Edwin, this morning I see the man doing some assessment. That is good man here, Edwin. Come on, move near the Mecca. So you see, brand new cars. In fact, the cars are better than the car the vice president, right? But if for co-workers, position, special assistant, chief of office staff, and you know, these are Liberians occupying the position, the Liberian people occupying the position. All of the position you see from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are all brand new vehicles that they just brought. They are coming to take it for coding. They're going code A, they're going post on code on it. The GSA people going put a code on it for that white vehicle over there. I'm talking about ugly car like parking on Asa. For that white vehicle you see right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 6 brand new vehicle a year now for the office of the Vice President. First time in history. Thank you. Edwin Corden, the man just got a brand new ride already. Edwin Corden, any more counts again?
There you have it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. We're going to be bringing in Jacob internet is tripping. But there you have it. Again, they brought out 5 to 6. Total cars, 15. More to come. Again, the question remains. A lot of questions like Uncle Sam putting up. I'm going to put up the picture of these cars, of the office of the Vice President, Republic of Liberia. We are seeing GSA VP3, GSA VP1, GSA VP6. They coded them already. So therefore, it's a GSA. Once it's GSA, it's government owned. Government owned these cars. Then are we going to talk about the PPCC? Are we going to talk about the procurement? Are we going to talk about how much to pay for it, the agreement, the arrangement, and everything? It's the money in the budget. What's the money in the budget? A lot of questions, all right? So I want to bring in CMC Jacob Jala. Jacob, welcome to the show. Let's just take our time on this. Let's listen. We're asking Liberian people. We're not making any accusation, folks. We're discussing the issue. Under these conditions, what say you? Jacob, welcome, my friend. Let's hear you. Jacob, can you unmute? Are you hearing us?
Yes, thank you, Stanton. Thanks for the opportunity. Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead, Jacob. Let's hear you. Let's hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes. Thank you. Again, thanks for the opportunity. Yeah, thanks for the opportunity. So, yeah, speaking about the cars and these vehicles purchased by the office of the Vice President. I mean, broadly speaking, it's obvious to me that we, as a country, need to reinvest our resources properly. There are important key sectors, and some of my colleagues on here, panelists, have made that point already. There are really critical areas that we really need to be investing our resources. Already, we are a country that have huge challenges with the resources required to really do the kind of development that we need as a country. Whether you talk about education, there's a great deal of resources required in those areas to build roads, to fix electricity. We have the big electricity problem still going on. Employment, the big talk about jobs and expanding private sector, credit for businesses, and all of that. So we really have real critical, important problems to really deal with as a country. So when we have national leaders who miss the point in terms of keeping their eye on the ball, in terms of finding an affordable way to conduct government business and engaging in what I would consider as the wastage of scarce resources or meaningless expenses, then it leaves one to wonder about the clarity of direction in terms of the quality of leadership that we have. So buying 15 cars for the office of the Vice President, expanding government offices, increasing people's comfort there, I don't think it's a wise thing to do. And I don't think it's an excellent use of scarce public resources. I think there are very important areas that we need to invest these resources, and we need to try to be a little bit more frugal, a little bit more stingy in terms of the way we spend government money, so that we're able to impact the country. A great deal of support is needed across this country, all aspects, healthcare, education, and all of that. So I wouldn't endorse such an expenditure. I think we rather deploy those resources in the youth employment, meaningful activities that will bring improvement in life of all Liberians, so that everyone comes along, in the whole development thing. We talk about 5.1% growth. The president talked about that. But you talk about growth, but for this growth to be inclusive, we need to be able to spend our resources wisely and in ways that will benefit all of us as Liberians.
So thank you very much. Thank you. I want to say to all of you again, it's going to be a beautiful show. Let me bring in Colonel Everett McGray. Colonel Gray, if we play the video, we still have time, and our favor will be all of you. We can guarantee you by 11:30 Liberia time. That, of course, will be 6:30 because of our engagement. Also, we'll just go to the phone line. I want to welcome you, my brother, Colonel Gray, Cap Hassan, as he do his journey. Let's hear you, Colonel. The Vice President office received fleets of stars. Let's see.
Stanton, your mic is not too clear, but I can still hear you.
Are you guys hearing me? Or only Colonel Gray saying my
No,
mic?
at some point it was juggling. It's clear now. But here's the deal. You know, to be public official, especially as somebody in a quarter of leadership with the president, and you know, you want to reflect the reality of the state. Majority of our people are complaining of, struggling with their lives and so on and so forth. And that's the reality on the ground. And it's difficult to be a public official at that level. And that's why most people, when they're emeritus, in other words, when they're no longer there, they celebrate not being there because now they have the fundamental freedom to live how they want to live their life. Because there's so much scrutiny you face when you're in that corridor. As others have said, I think this should have been a very meaningful and thoughtful decision before you can do this. Not to say the office of the vice president or the office of the president may not need any of this amenity, but leaders, of course, the great book will say, eat last. In other words, you put the interests of others ahead of you, so that people can see you as a true representative of the state. But this was not a wise decision, even though it went through. Now we're seeing GSA stamp on it. But one would think otherwise. Is it a quid pro quo? Was this because the vice president went to China to negotiate, so he came out with some sweetheart deals? It leaves room for questioning. I would not have taken that decision, but because this is going to be one of the flashbang moments of the ground. People want to know exactly. Not to say those people who may benefit from this don't deserve it, but that should not be the first place that should benefit from the goodwill of government, so to speak. Others have said a lot of things to do with money don't appear like you're showing off. That's not good.
Thank you very much. Again, like I said, we're going to have this program because it's very big, guys. Let's just get into it. It's very fair for us to do so. Just listen, man, for the sake of good having, that we're having a conversation about, like, after the sooner this information coming up, we are now running with the State of the Nation address. People are complaining, but the office of the vice president, I mean, are they on the right track? Yeah. I mean, let's hear you, Kev Hassan. We'll go to Tiwanoka and ask it, though. Let's hear you, Kev. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Stanton. Let me say hi to everybody. Stanton, this is pure wickedness. No sugarcoating, no fancy language. This is evil, pure wickedness. Folks are dying JFK. LU, they're nothing. Children are going to school. He saw his boss, which is president, buying expensive car. He too follows suit. The mini rescue is not for the country. The mini rescue is for themselves and their people. If any Liberian don't call this a wickedness, I don't know who you are. I don't know if you have a soul. This is the Wickedness in high places. How can you buy 15 cars? You're talking about truck. You're talking about powerful cars in Liberia for your boys. For your boys. So you see where they tell you they get $1.2 billion, the people not feeling it. It's for them and the boys. So when you say $1.2 billion budget, and when you look into the budget, and they put baptism names on corruption, these are the things they do. They go out there, make deal. They get a kickback. They don't want the boys in the office to talk. They shut them up down, give them one nice car. If this is not wickedness, I don't know what wickedness is. This government is wicked. Wickedness all over. I rest for now, Stanton.
T, let's hear you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Spawn Talk. We will also move to read the important information about the port decentralization bill that was withdrawn. It was sent back, and then we'll come up with these different findings. I like to say, T, Wanoka, let's hear you. It's a big show today, folks. Stay put. We'll do our best to do one round each, but on the floor right now is the vehicles that was brought into the country for the office of the Vice President. T, welcome.
Thank you, Stan. I start here. I'm trying to send you something real quick, and then you call my name. So I didn't finish the process, but I will send you some material. When I listen to everybody here, I think that the lawyer, Mr. Gulu, spoke with honesty from the point of view of maybe the optics, and the same thing with Uncle Sam.
I think your microphone hurting our ear. Can you do something?
Is it better? Is it better?
Maybe.
I think it's better. It was the.
Can you lower it down a little bit?
Let me.
Is there a way you can lower your volume or just a little bit? Maybe it'll be better.
Is it better?
Yeah, then go ahead and talk. We'll put our figuring out.
Or I can go out. Yeah. If it keeps disturbing, I'll go out and come in.
Yeah, let's try that. I beg you, Chief.
Okay, let me do that quick.
Thank you very much. So while you're out, we'll bring in Isaac quickly, and then we will come back. Isaac, welcome to the show. Let's hear you. Welcome, Dr. Josh. I just seen you coming in. Welcome. Isaac, go ahead. What's your take on these vehicles?
So you know what? I remember when President Weah said to us in a meeting, what do you want? Do you want us to take $2 million to buy vehicles for all of you? Or do you want us to take $2 million to build Dole Community Road? Which one is of greater public good that serves the public interest at a greater pace? We understand you guys need vehicles. Nobody will deny you guys one. But what is the top priority right now? So Ahuse, the issue of purchasing 15 vehicles from the Vice President's office is a misplaced priority. It is a wrong timing. It is a bad decision. And of course, a wasteful use of the country's resources. Don't get me wrong. Everybody needs empowerment and needs cars. But you take decision in government as a knowledgeable manager on the basis of what benefits the greater good of the citizens. Why are you buying the car? What is the main reason of trying to buy the car? Transportation, right? You want your office staff to be able to go to work good, leave work good, hassle-free. So how can you take a decision? Can you buy the bus, maybe 22-seater bus, that accommodates the transportation needs of your staffers? Or do you want to buy 15 cars that will surpass the price of the bus 200 times? A smart manager will absolutely go for the former than the latter. A smart manager will take a decision that serves the same goal, less resources, and put more resources to what benefits the greater good of the people. I'm thinking the vice president only wanted to show morale. But I'm sure little did he know that ensuring morale, that should not be at the detriment of the poor people. It would have been a good thing had he taken that 15 cars money to invest it in Nimba County. I recently heard that Simon Koga was distributing cement, distributing food. Those are things that help the greater good of the community. But the vice president wants to show big man morale. He's a big dada now. So he bought cars. What was the thought of process? How did they come up with the decision? What benefit and cost analysis did they do between the greater good of the country and the few people in his office? Remains a mystery to me. I think this is a misplaced priority. It's a bad decision, bad timing, and a real wasteful use of the country's natural resources. We shouldn't be abusing the country like this. And if you were to go to ask on the procurement process of this car, you will be no procurement record. Why do people just using the country money in this fashion? Like anybody can call anyone and say, bring 10 million, let's go use it, let's use it. This is not the way the country should run. That's why the country keeps getting problem, and we keep being in the problem as long as we don't use logical reasoning to take decisions that benefit.
Thank you, Isaac. Isaac, thank you very much. Let me bring in how you call him, T. Wanokai. T, are you okay now? Can you hear us? Unmute yourself.
Do you hear me now?
Oh boy.
Oh man, I don't know why it would be though. Is it better? George, Dr. George, are you hearing me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
All right, we'll bring him back. Maybe not. We'll bring him back whenever God agrees. We'll bring him back. So I want to say to all of you again, thank you very much. Let's try to close on this. Let me play the video one more time. Oh, sorry, Dr. George, you have not spoken yet. Go ahead, sir. You got to unmute, sir.
Yeah, I was in here from the beginning, so I can pass on that and move to the other.
No, we just on the first conversation. It's the car issue. The vice president office obtained. The report was 15. We were able to show 5 or 6 of them. Each of the office staff received cars, and let's hear you.
I remember when I was small boy, the vice president at that time, they used to get one Mercedes Benz and one pilot car in front of that to go to work. They never to block the road, nothing like that. But nowadays, everybody have a lot of vehicles in front of them going to work, and everybody should know that they have power. I think it's if it was purchased on state funds, I think it's a waste of public money when majority of our people are still struggling. There should be a means, yes, for people working in the vice president office to have vehicles, but they can have different facilities or credit facilities to help them. And most of the people who work in those offices, they work at will and pleasure. So if they fire that person now, would the vehicle belong to them or it belongs to the office? Is the vehicle the property of the state? Is the vehicle the property of the vice president office? And why would a vice president want 15 vehicles to be assigned to his office? Why is he having so much 15 staff? What are they doing there? I think the number seems to be a lot of people working in the vice president office. So I just think it's a waste of state resources. It could be channeled somewhere else.
So those of you that just joined us, let me play the video one more time. One more time, I will play this. I want to welcome all of you. We got an answer though, and a lot of people, we're going to do a quick second rounds on this, and then we'll jump off. But again, just to announce, the vice president office received cars for his staff, his office. What say you, our followers up there, you that join us every day? You think at this timing, the timing was right. But Uncle Sam talked about, well, it said in the budget. So let's see what was in the budget. You know, we understand that, and I know people that always accuse me about this vice president, I think they will accuse me even more. But why will you accuse me if it is very, very clear, right? Let's go back. Did it happen before? Did the vice president, is there something wrong legally here? And thank God we get a lawyer here. Was it already in the budget that was passed by 103 lawmakers and signed by the executive? So Better D, let it come to the closing yet though. The object may be wrong, right? I'm not trying to sugarcoat this because you said, well, not at this time. But first, their fleets of cars, they are not the vice president personal cars. They are not. Let's just get that off. And for the state, these guys you're looking at, people are going to get, these guys then they're looking at me with clear red eye. Look at our friend Jacob Jala now. He's trying to accuse me, right? But let's face it though. Colonel Gray, this is not Jeremiah Coon car. It had GSA. Personal. It's not his personal cars. It belongs to the office. These cars are not cars for the employee, the staffer. No, they are just using them. Let's just be fair. Let's talk about how the car came in, who bought the car. It was in the budget. On our transportation and maintenance, I about to put it up. Can these guys say, well, it's not fair? Colonel Gray, let me, now, the object may be wrong, and I see people begin to text me and say, yeah, that Jeremiah Coon, I stand on saying this, that. But hey, man, Colonel Gray, we shouldn't do this, though. What's it wrong? And Uncle Sam, let's face it. The timing may be wrong. People will say, yes, people are hungry. But can we put a budget up? And that's why we are having this conversation today. You cannot, for any reason. My brother asked, dude, stop texting me. Let's be fair. We shouldn't play politics in this one. Let's put the budget up, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see the budget, what was put in there for cars that belongs to the office of the vice president. 250,000. Your lawmakers sign into law. Look at the red dot, 250,000. Transport equipment vehicles under the office of the vice president. 2025, 2024, 2025, just look at it. So who should we blame today? Are we going to blame that the office of the vice president having cars that belongs to the government? Now, we're going to move forward. I'm going to talk about the arrangement and how much each car was cost. How much, I mean, they pay for each car. So let's have the conversation quickly. I know Uncle Sam, hold on 1 minute, let me bring in Billy D. Billy D, what say you now? Now we know that it was budgeted for. What say you?
You know, granted, Stanton, it may have been budgeted, which is fine. I mean, let's go through the process and see the whole procurement process and all of that. I know from and most other folks here pretty much have said the same thing, and that is it's not fundamentally wrong to have these cars, especially if they go through the whole purchasing system that has been established. But my issue with the cars is just that the optics look bad, you know, especially coming on the heels of the State of the Nation address, considering all of the problems, that the social problems, issues that we have, you know, flaunting that, or, you know, putting this stuff out there, because at the end of the day, you know, folks are looking at that and saying, okay, is this going to increase the, you know, recurring expenses of the, you know, of the country? Are these cars that are assigned to the vice president office at the end of the workday? They will be parked at the vice president office. you know, all of those things. I mean, issues that are concerning to people. So yes, if it was budgeted for, and to follow all of the requisite procurement processes to buy these cars, okay, it may be fine legally, but it still doesn't look good considering the dire straits that people are going through in the country. That's just where I'm coming from with that. You're muted, Stanton.
Thank you, Mr. Russell. It's good that you're now saying what I'm saying, that the money was placed in the budget. I don't know what Dr. George going to say or Uncle Sam, but let's just face it though. It is very clear, it is shown here that the money was placed in the budget. That money was signed for by all the lawmakers, and I approved the budget, 250,000 United States dollars for transport equipment vehicle, 312201. And this is it. And this is it. So we have no argument whether the money was put in the budget. Uncle Sam, let me hear you. We'll take this step by step. Now we just killed out an argument. You cannot make an argument where they got the money from. It's not from Jeremiah Kuhn's pocket. It was placed in the budget. Now let's take the next step, sir, Uncle Sam.
Well, look, there are so many moving parts to this, right? Number one, the optics look very, very bad. Let's just be very clear about that, okay? Especially in the midst of the abject poverty, when more than 50% of Liberians living on less than $2 a day. To buy those fancy cars for people living in Monrovia, and they're not going to be using those cars there to do any work in the Leeward counties, just to drive to work every day, okay, from wherever you live in Marshall or Congo Town or wherever you're living, just to go to the capital. Those are very, very expensive vehicles, okay. Number two, if it's in the budget, we said $250,000 in the budget, okay? The procurement process, was there a domestic or international competitive bidding? Because if all those cars were bought from one vendor, they passed the legal threshold of more than 9,000, there should have been somewhere in the newspapers and online here a competitive bidding process, okay? Number three, value for money. China, as we all know, okay, you get what you pay for. Are those cars going to last? Are they tropicalized? Okay, do they meet the minimum mechanical standards to operate here in the tropics? Those are questions that need to be asked. Since it is out there, the vice president should put out a statement as quickly as possible, answering the questions, because clearly the optics of it looks very, very bad, extremely bad. I don't care if it's in his budget. I don't care if if it has a GSA insignia. It requires an explanation for several reasons. There will be a great degree of jealousy and envy, as it should be, and also unfairness that other legislators and their staffers, okay, with similar classification, okay, human resource classification, not driving the same kind of car, because and CSA must have some government classification like we have in the states, GS1, GS2, right? So if a GS4, 5, or 6, or 11 guy gets that kind of car in Jeremiah Kuhn's office, what about the guy who's also GS2 in the speaker's office, or in the deputy speaker's office, or in some other government agency, right? So these are things, you know, and why all this impetus just to provide legislative cars? Why not agriculture, for example, right? I mean, so we all agree that the past budgetary process, where they did not adequately fund areas that are important, like health, like education, like agriculture and others, then to compound that now, to have these fancy looking vehicles, and I'm saying fancy looking, I'm not saying expensive, because I know Chinese vehicles are typically cheap and they won't last more than a few months in this tropical area. But we should do the analysis to make a determination as to whether the procurement processes were adhered to. clearly.
Thank you, Uncle Sam. Councilor, let's get you closer on this car issue. We got a lot to cover.
So Stanton, I think I spoke on the issue of if the money was being budgeted for, there's no issue. But optics that we all will say, and I will want to raise my employees' salary on the general level, and then they can go to the bank and take loan. I was at the Ministry of Justice. I took loan twice to buy a vehicle for my salary. So it's a sin that anybody, and, I mean, at that level, the capital building, people should do. But I see the vehicles very fancy. I'm sorry, I don't have the picture of the vehicles at the board for the directors at the Ministry of Justice. Those small, tight Chevrolet vehicles. That's what they bought for the directors at the Ministry of Justice. Director for felonious crime, people who fight armed robbery, murder. Director for financial crime, who fighting, theft, drug. Director for SGBV. See the vehicle, those small type matching bags, Chevrolet. But now we see the office of the vice president having those vehicles are very luxurious. I'm very sure those vehicles will cost over 35,000-40,000. For me, I think the way looking fine at that, I don't think it's less than that. So yes, Uncle Sam will be right when he talked about there will be competing jealousy too. People at the same level who also want to do the same. The office of the speaker, the office of the deputy speaker, the office of the pro tem. Everybody want to do the same. Even ministers in government now want to start buying cars and luxurious vehicles for their COS and other people. At least to say public corporation. So you're going to see it. So for me, I just think that the best thing to have done, it's not wrong. Not everything that is so legal is expedient. It's legal, it's in the budget. And many times we are beat on the lawmakers for putting $45,000 in the budget for them to buy cars. Many times we beat on them, yeah. So I don't know why we would not beat on the same group of people for putting such a money in the budget to buy luxurious cars for staff of the office of the vice president. But again, I'm not the vice president. If I were the vice president, I would do it differently. If I were in leadership, I would do it differently. But that's how he chose to do. To fight the optics, and that's it. It's not illegal, it's legal, but for me, it's not expedient. Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the car discussion, and we are closing on it. We want to say to all of you again, what's your take, though? Do you think right now is the best time to roll out those fleets of cars? We understand it's in the budget now, 250,000, right? But just take a look at the budget. So 250,000 for what? To buy cars? 2024, 250,000. 2025, 250,000. 2026, 250,000. I don't know if I'm, help me now. And Uncle Sam saying he want to see the competitive bidding process document. True, right? The vice president office got to come out and be transparent. Could the vice president buy just 2 minibuses and allow the people and save a lot of money? Is it really necessary that you give all of your staff in your office vehicles? Were you ever done during the CDC time? Let's try to check now. Did Malajua Howard Taylor give us staff up vehicles? Let's ask this question. And again, it's fair. Did Joseph Yuma Bwaka receive vehicles when he was serving as vice president under Madam Salif? Is this something that we can argue? But let me bring in Jacob Chada before we go to Colonel Gray. Jacob, let's hear you.
Yes. So you see, still the problem we have, as a country, is the way we actually prioritize national resources. First of all, and I was having a conversation this evening before coming on the show with a friend, and we were like trying to, analyze the inadequacies of like resources, And we have more problem as a country than available financial resources to solve those issues. And we're just looking at, like, budgetary allocation. How are we investing the budget resources to solve some of the problems? And well, by the time we did like $380 million, for example, on the high side, government salary, maybe about 150 million goods and services, $150 million on debt, domestic debt, international debt. By the time we collapse all the numbers, we were already running out of funding, to be able to invest in like critical infrastructure as a country. So we have a money problem as a country. Let's be honest. I mean, look at the University of Liberia, the dilapidated state in which the university lies, like almost like a wartime when the university, was like kind of abandoned. You talk about roads across the country. You talk about lack of resources to invest in agriculture. You talk about hospitals. You talk about schools. I mean, you look at this situation with schools across this country today is absolutely dehumanizing, and the quality has collapsed quite significantly. So we have a lot of problems that we're even struggling to have resources for to try to solve. So in that kind of situation, we have to do everything as a government, as a people, to live within our means and to be able to manage our resources effectively. So if there are ways in which we're able to still achieve certain tasks at the same time using resources efficiently and effectively, we should try to do that as national leaders. So from the angle of the CMC, that's some of the discussion we're always having. How we're going to maximize. Inevitably, one thing that needs to be done is to be able to increase our envelope, to increase the amount of resources we have as a country so that we're able to solve our problem. But in the case where we're running like shoestring budget, where we're running revenue potential that is extra.
Okay, we have an internet problem. Conor coming. Let's hear you, Conor.
Stanton, what you don't know sometimes is older than you. The information you gave us that only $250,000 was actually budgeted for the Ministry of State to buy X amount of vehicle, sort of changes the the idea surrounding this. 250,000. Let's be bold. That's about 4 vehicles for the legislature. 4 at 45,000. Maybe 5 at most. Let's be conservative. But the idea that it's the vendors we deal with most of the times, that is why vehicles are so expensive. Little did we know that a program that was going to cost us 180 million or more was brought down to 21 million, at most 26 million, the yellow machine. It's all because you go to the vendor.
It will cost you $84 million, Conor, 84 million.
84?
Yeah.
Okay. $84 million was slashed by 4 for the same value of your money. But the only thing that changed was because we went to the vendor. I would assume that the 250 was for previous budget. It's already been passed. I don't think this year probably there is one there, but I don't think they've expended that budget already to go and take 250 from there, even though it's budgeted for. So what I would say is the Ministry of State is a large entity. We just don't know. And the president of the Republic of Liberia, for most part, will be aided by the office of the vice president. So if you're talking about money for your value for your money at 250,000 compared to 6 senators, they already exceeded that amount. So we don't know what the card will be used for. But as long as it was budgeted for, that makes it legal. In my opinion, it also lends to the idea that this was not arbitrary because it went through somehow the legal chain. So as a result, I want to look at this critically. I just don't want to flow with the tide. I think if it was budgeted for, it must be expended. and we know that the VP and the vice president slash their budget. So if it's meant for the activity of the VP, we don't know his role, how many functions the president will kick to him. And he has so many things to cover. Stanton, this can be looked at, in my opinion.
Thank you very much, Conor Greg. Jacob, you want to finish up because your internet kicked you off?
Yeah, no, yeah, sure. Basically, I almost kind of landed on my point, but I would just say that, you see, we need a more holistic approach to trying to invest public resources in a meaningful way. Now, you see, some of the reasons why these kind of expenditure, this kind of expenditure kind of like split heads and everybody, go, haywire on them, is simply because we have real important issues that are not receiving adequate financing. For example, healthcare, we go to other places around the country, you see referral hospitals, community clinics, lack funding and lack the required support to provide healthcare for communities and villages and towns. So because we have these real important problems as a country and we've not been able to solve them, procuring extra vehicles for public officials at the height of government raises eyebrows. So we're in a critical, peculiar situation, to put it at that. And because of our unique context, we have to address these things, understanding our context. I mean, if we were in a rich, where Saudi Arabia is some kind of resource-rich country, this will not be making headlines at all. But it is making headlines because we are really cash-strapped. We're already having difficulties mobilizing resources to invest in healthcare education. And then we see the, spending money on, in a wise way, because if you want to provide transportation services for your staff, now we should do that because talk about workforce development and caring for your workforce. But can we do that in a more efficient way so that we're able to save resources?
No, but let me ask a question though, right? Let's get into this. So we understand what you are saying. It was budgeted for. One of the vehicles run between $15,000 to $22,000. And I want you to look at what it says here. Transport equipment vehicles. Transport equipment vehicles. Now, let's go down in history. Were there any money placed in the budget for vehicle for the office of the vice president? Arnold George Pointer, yeah. Did they buy those vehicles? Can we ask this question fairly? I don't want to pick on CDC tonight, though. But here we are. Here we are. And let's just answer the question. The office of the vice president, money was placed in it. Said, go buy a vehicle for your staff. 2024, he didn't. Maybe he was shot. 2025, here come 2026, they start receiving the vehicles. It is for the office, it is not for them. Let me give you a last 10 second here. You talk about optic, fine, but is there any misappropriation investment here, or we just saying because the optic? Don't you think the office of the vice president deserves those vehicles? CMC, Jacob, at this time? Jacob? Okay, let me bring in Emmanuel George. Emmanuel, let's hear you. We'll welcome Jackie. We'll get to you, Jackie. Emmanuel, let's hear you though. Let's be fair, let's be sincere. Don't you think what was done?
I would rather invest as a country. Now, you can talk about the vice president.
Jacob, go ahead. Okay, Emmanuel, let's bring you in. Jacob his internet is giving him problem. Maybe he got to go out and come back. Emmanuel, let's bring you in. Talk to us now. Let's hear you closely on this one. Emmanuel, always try to unmute yourself, brother. Always do that.
Yeah, I mean, it is good for the vice president to purchase vehicle for the vice president office. But yesterday we had a speech given by the president of the Republic of Liberia that was laden with a lot of falsehoods, a lot of unfulfilled promises. And once the Liberian people have heard a speech that they cannot relate to, and the very next day you are sharing that $250,000 is being spent to purchase vehicle for a 15 person working in the vice president office, it becomes challenging. Again, as we said earlier on, the optics is not right for the vice president office. But I'm wondering, is the vice president is working at the Capitol building? There are staff who are hired to work in that building. Are they purchasing a vehicle for all the staff or only for the vice president office in the Capitol building? What happens to the other staff in the building? Would they be given the same amount of money with the same amount of purchase power? And to Uncle Sam's point, how durable are those vehicles? I know people are saying, oh, 20,000 for 215 vehicles, 250,000. How durable are they? They are
that vehicle between 15 to 20, the lowest end.
They are coming from China. We know that from history, Chinese vehicles have not lasted long.
So what's your position? The vehicle not good. The vehicle that Chinese made.
My position.
Listen, you want to say it's illegal? It is illegal. The vehicle not good. They might buy Toyota. They might buy. What's your position here? You know.
My position is clear on the matter. My position here is that $250,000 after a very bad speech, unverifiable speech from the president, with different ministers chunking off different numbers that we get into today on social media. Now having a vice president show into our face, having a budgetary allocation to spend $250,000 the very next day, it doesn't look good in the eyes of the Liberian people. It's not. And again,
what do you think the solution should have been?
I think the plan that the councillor laid out is a very wonderful plan that they're doing at the Ministry of Justice, where directors and others are encouraged, their salary are beefed up, and they are encouraged to take loan and purchase their own vehicles. I think that is a better use of our country resources.
So
and again, the vehicles that were taken from Vice President Dwight Howard Taylor, I think it's a lurch, it's a rumor on the day of the elections. When those vehicles were taken away from her, where are those vehicles now? Okay, it seems that Stanton is gone off. I don't know who was next in line.
That he's gone off. You come back. I mean, I have a question for him. I don't know who was next or who still.
I think I'm supposed to be next, but
Jackie just came here.
What if I told you that you can read Marvel, DC, Image,
Jackie, can someone mute Jackie? Can you chime in? You can chime in on this vehicle issue. I have a question for Stanton, but I'll wait until he gets back. So Jackie, let's hear you on this issue.
Okay, thank you, Russell, and good evening to everyone and Liberians across the globe, including in Liberia. I didn't listen to the beginning of the conversation, but from what the topic seems to be on the table, the vice president purchasing has a budget of $250,000 to procure vehicles. The average cost for a vehicle, a small SUV in Liberia, is around $30-something to $45,000. So if you do the math, that's equivalent to maybe about 6 to 7 vehicles based on the retail value of vehicles in Liberia. If you're talking about vehicles that really need to go into the rural areas where you have very challenging roads, that $250,000 could even come out to maybe 5 vehicles or 4 vehicles, depending, because you have those very huge Toyota Land Cruisers that are able to absorb water so it doesn't go, that have that special feature so it doesn't go into the engine. That's at least $50 to $55, $60,000 for those vehicles. So do the math. That's about 4 to 7 vehicles. So it's not, even if it's for 15 staff, let's look at the quantity. Secondly, if it's in his budget, which we all know it is, that means it's passed into law. It becomes law, and the vice president office has to do the right thing and follow the law. So if that $250,000 is passed into law to purchase vehicles before the end of the fiscal year, he has to spend that money, and he can't spend it on anything else. It has to be spent on procuring vehicles. But he has his office, he has an administrative staff. He's not the one who's going to be procuring those vehicles. The vice president office runs like a small company, a small entity where they do have staff that do different things. So his administrator will have to make that decision on what type of vehicles need to be procured and that are needed for his office. The vice president travels all around the country. So his staff would need some vehicles that can also take them all around the country.
But granted, Jackie, and like Councilor Gould said, I mean, it's legal. It's a legal process. I mean, like you said, it was all budgeted for and all of that. But would you agree with most of the panelists here who said that, you know, the optics, considering the condition that the country is in now economically, would you agree that the optics don't look good?
When you look at procuring 4 to 5 vehicles, of course, the vice president, I don't see anything wrong with it. I think it's just talking points that some people want to say, but no, it is okay and it's acceptable. Now, if every year in the budget is $250,000 to procure the same type of vehicles, then of course we have to look at it, take a second look. But the government of Liberia has rules. MFDP, you have those rules. We have our rules and regulations in the country. The salvage value, the vehicles are depreciated. I think there was 0 salvage value every 3 to 4 years. So after that, government technically under GSA policy has to do something about those vehicles when they reach to a 0 value on the book. You're talking about financial accounting now. So if every 4 to 5 years or 3 to 5 years, there's a need to procure vehicles for a certain group.
Let me interrupt you and update us real quick, because I need to update us, right? And then we got to move on. It's good to have the Liberia Alternative People's Party Chair Steno Barrow back on. I know everybody will have the time to speak. I'm not jumping over you guys. I beg your ability.
What did you say, Steno? APP? What party is that?
LAPP, Liberia Alternative People's Party.
Yeah, let's go around. Jackie can let's go around.
So, I'm bringing you the party to your little sister, Jackie.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead.
No, I was just wondering who it was.
Jackie, let's move on.
Mr. G. We said Blamo, former Minister of State.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right. Let me bring us a quick update, right? And I'm sorry that my brother Jacob Jala left. Thank God Councilor Gould is here. The vehicle that people take from China to Liberia, and they double the price, right? Those are some of the vehicles that was bought directly from China for $12,000. $12,000. We're all coming in the $250,000. And let's just get it straight. You can talk about optics. And again, like I said, I know my friend are going to beat on me, no problem. But let's just get it straight. We are getting 2 pickup under the same $250,000. They are getting 1 big bus for the staff. Now, the whole office structure, vehicle for directors, the controller, right? The procurement, all these people then, 1 big bus coming. We are getting $12,000 for those 7 vehicles. You can do the math. And we'll share the document with everybody. I'm not the office of the vice president spokesperson, right? He got 13 directors in that office. Some of them were even denied vehicles. All 2 vehicles that came from Madam Joy Howard Taylor were given to some of the directors. Procurement people, they get in the pickup too. Big boss coming for the rest of the staff. Let me ask you guys a question. Everything came directly from China, pay to the lowest. It's good that we have Mr. Blamo here. Were there any vehicle amount in the budget 6 years on a job for the office of the vice president? One. Is it a bad thing for those men and women that work in the office of the vice president to have the chance to go to work and obtain a vehicle? We talk about bus is coming for them. I know you guys will tear on me. I will pause and I want to listen to everybody. I know we say have some people that have not spoken yet. Also welcome Mr. Blamo. We'll get to you, Mr. Blamo. I'll finish up with Jackie. Jackie, I beg you, give you a few seconds. We'll go to Kev. Are you done, Jackie?
Okay. Yeah, I think Russell had asked me a question. Russell, did I answer the question? I think
yes, you did. And I have a question for Stanton, but I would just we'll go around.
No, go ahead and ask a question. Let me fair. Ask a question.
Okay. Yeah. So before you left, I've seen that you. I mean, when we started the conversation, you had a different position. Now your position is shifting. So I want to bring us back and understand your framing, because if we remember,
I don't have a different position. I presented a topic and I was waiting to speak on it.
But so okay. Let me get to the point. Okay, so we all remember that Amin Modad car was also budgeted for. Okay, and you was one of the prominent voices.
Thank you. Let me address that.
You are one of the prominent voices against that. So are we being selective, and we shouldn't be? Because
ask me the question. Don't answer your question. And I applaud you for that question. Thank you very much, Brother Russell. Amin Bola was given money, right, from MedTech through LRA to buy a vehicle for the ministry, 2-3 different vehicles. Amin Bola took the money and he bought himself one vehicle, he customized it, and that was the problem. Maybe you didn't follow.
No, I did.
Money was budgeted.
That was not an issue you raised. No, that was not an issue you raised, my man. That was not an issue. That was not an issue you raised yet. That was not an argument then. The argument then was he's not on the clock.
Excuse me, Lafayette, go. We're not forcing it. You have your time to ask a question. If you can't with anger, we'll say the anger management.
Yeah, but I think Stanton was also going around, right?
Let me ask you, Billy D. On a quick note, Billy D. Maybe you didn't follow, right? Maybe you didn't follow, Billy D. Amin Bola issue was quite different. You got to understand. Meta gave Amin Bola money through LRA. LRA gave Amin Bola and double jada operated. Instead of buying 2-3 vehicles for the ministry and those people that are the ministry, Amin Bola bought himself one big luxury car. And we took a position against it. And I hope you understand. This got nothing to do with Amin Bola, a different framework. It was allocated in the budget. More cars for Stafford, not for Jeremiah Kuhn. For his staff, well, how can you compare that?
No. What I'm talking about is the selective outrage, because whether it was a big, fat, luxurious car, it was still budgeted for. It was still in the budget, and that was not the argument that you brought on the floor.
Go back to my tip. It was the argument. It was the argument. How can you listen? These documents and this recording, they are on YouTube. They are on Facebook. Jeremiah Kuhn money was allocated in the budget, $250,000. He didn't eat the money. He didn't stay in Liberia to buy a car from Chinese company like Musa Belite would do. $45,000 a car you can pay $12,000 for. He went directly to China and he brought those cars. And everybody's celebrating it now. You can have your take, but that's my position. Let's talk about the optic though. I will agree with some of you. I think the optic was bad under these conditions, but the process was legal. And so you cannot make that comparison, Verity. I know you try to frame this and you try to attack me, and I know you guys will attack me, no problem. But I think the office of the vice president was very unique.
We're not attacking, but we know that we know that Kunda, your man.
You know that when you want to carry this thing, Kunda, my man, don't do that, Verity. Don't do that for Kunda, your man issue. No, it's not a laughing matter. Right? Don't do that for your man issue. The fact remains is that your lawmaker put the money in the budget, the man used the money wisely. You want me to get angry? Did he eat the money? Did he buy one vehicle, bulletproof vehicle for himself? If you look at that amount, even money is added. And when we read the document, talk to me. Talk to me, Kevin.
I see the passion.
I don't get bad with me. That's my kind.
We know you were defend. Other people talk to you better.
Passion. Slow down. Stanton.
Put down small other people.
I say, wait. You will get better. Wait. Go ahead.
Stanton, let me say this. We don't care whether it's illegal. That's not what we're talking about. Whether it's in the budget.
You use illegal stuff. You use the illegal stuff, so you don't care whether it's legal.
Stanton, whether it's in the budget or not, that is not the concern. Stanton, put this down. That is not a concern. It don't.
That's the budget. You put the budget.
I know he on the phone. I know he calling you. That's why he keep going on the
phone. Are you able to take 1 minute away?
I know he calling you. I don't know if he keep calling you. But listen, Stanton, that is not our argument here. They say, show me a budget. We'll tell you your priorities. That's what we're talking here.
Careful, call the
rescue. Leave it. Go ahead, Kev.
The rescue government came to power to rescue the people, not to put thousands of dollars in the budget for his supporters in the office. So that legal thing he put in, illegal, he not stealing the money. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about
what are you talking about? We gotta go. Tell us what we're talking about.
We're talking about the pork that he puts in the budget. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about what he put in the budget for himself and his people, not for the Labrador people. $200,000. UL need that money. Russell, you remember, UL need that money. Discuss it here. $200,000. The place was closed. Children stay home. Under Minister Whistleblower government, they pay that money for people's school. So for you to come here and tell us because it's in the budget, so it's okay? No, Stanton, it's not okay. The priority, the vice president priority is for himself. It's not okay. So it doesn't mean because it's in the budget, because it doesn't mean it's in it doesn't mean because stuff is in your budget in our homes, so we can take the money and do whatever we want to do and say, oh yeah, so long I can't put in the budget and say yeah, so I can do whatever I want to do. They're playing with the Liberian people money.
Thank you,
Liberian people money. So it doesn't matter why it's in the budget or that. It's a priority of the president. The president of Liberia was $150,000.
Let's go to your Kev Hassan. Thank you. Now, thank you. Minister Blamo will come to you. Let's go to Kev Hassan, twin spreader.
Yes, Stanton, very few days ago, you were beating on Ministry of Finance because you said that they backing with money, although the money was in the budget. Few days ago, you were beating on Gafuan that he did bad thing with money, although the money was in the budget. Look, Stanton, you can defend your friend. That's okay. Why wouldn't I ask for a slowdown?
No, why you put that on me? Leave me alone.
I have 2 minutes.
No, leave me alone. Talk your guys. You're not taking calls. Please don't call.
Just give me 2 minutes. That's all.
You're my son friend today.
What I want you to do is to have patience for 2 minutes. That's all. After 2 minutes, you can come to talk. You can defend. But the truth is, you are making people listening to you confused when you beat on Minister Gaffron for spending money in the budget, and you come to say in the budget of Satan. Scrutinizing public budget is not based on its legality. It's based on its morality.
There you go.
10 million in the budget to build President Bouakai house. Is it because it's in the budget, so it's good?
There you go, Isaiah.
If they were to put 10 million in the budget to buy watches for President Bouakai, is it because it's in the budget, so it's good? Don't make yourself look small. But let me go on.
But you yell yourself to buy watches for Bouakai. This is not for Jeremiah Combs. How can you stop interrupting? You're not moderating.
If you can give me 2 minutes, if you can just have patience for 2 minutes, it will be fun.
No, we're having a conversation. Ain't no patience. Talk to us.
Why does Vice President Jeremiah Combs' office need 13 directors? Why does Jeremiah Combs' office need 15 vehicles? Who are they sending 15 places with different vehicles? If the vice president going to work, you want 15 vehicles to be in a convoy plus the current cars? Is that what I'm hearing? What is the efficient way of using public resources? What kind of goods do you want to invest in? In my mind, you want to invest in non-excludable goods, goods that benefit people across the board, that does not diminish even when one person is using it. Although the cars are public cars, but they are public-private in nature, because if one person is using it, the other rest of the citizens cannot use it. So why would you want to invest $250,000 to buy 15 cars? Listen, all of the staff in the Minister of Finance office, they don't need cars. All of the staff in the Minister of Education office, they don't need cars. All of the staff in the Ministry of the Minister of Youth and Sports office, they don't need cars. Where is the equity in government? You can't come here to make yourself look somewhere in the people's eyes that you want to defend. Oh, my friend, I will defend it. This is not defendable. Oh, because it's in the budget, so it excludes any public scrutiny. Now we come on the show tomorrow, you will be beating on Gaffron for spending money that is in the budget. So what do you want to argue about? You need 15 cars for the vice president and loans office? Do you know how many other offices we have? The speaker office needs 15 cars for his staffs. The deputy speaker, the Senate pro tem, the Minister of Finance, Minister of Agriculture, Minister of Justice, Minister of State, they all need 15 cars. Their staffs are humans too. We are talking about the efficient use of public resources. When you invest in goods that benefit the greater good of the society, not individual. United Party claims to know so much of book, and sometimes we tend to be confused on where did they know this book from. Because the decisions they've been taking is below par, is something that the real manager will not take. 15 vehicles for one office? What? Where would
I think you spoke enough. Thank you very much. We're going to welcome Mr. Wisse Blambo. Uncle Sam will come to you. Let's hear from Minister Blambo. And then let me say this, Minister Blambo, we all can play politics, and I know these guys will go after me as hard as they can. And I welcome that. I'm not mad. It's okay. Started with Billy D. I wish him good luck. He'll call me and I will refuse his call. But let me say this. Jeremiah Combs met sedition that were assigned to Joel Howard Taylor. Met them, Jackie, in our office. He didn't fire them. No, Kev, don't do this. Don't do this. No, don't do this. No, don't do this. Don't do this. Okay, you know what? If I read the talk, I'll put you in the bar when I finish talking. You can come on. They have to hear the truth. HR from Joel Howard Taylor, protocol officer from Joel Howard Taylor, Press secretary from Joy Howard Taylor. Speech writer from Joy Howard Taylor. Controller from Joy Howard Taylor. Over 13 that came from CDC government. He met them there. Jackie, he identified them. He brought his chief of staff. He brought his special assistant. He looked at the need and said, we have to provide means of transportation. He didn't say there were seditions, so he would kick them out. Go and ask them. He didn't say there was sedition, so they deserve no cars. They must walk under the sun and the rain. Buses, transportation, pickup, and everything. And here we are, seditions telling Jeremiah Cole to slaughter the fellow seditions. What kind of love is this? Let me bring in Minister Wisa. Minister Wisa, let's talk.
Thank you, Stardom. Yesterday I told you again, and I will repeat myself today. If I enter your platform, I'm not here as the former Minister of State, Leb Market. And I'm not here to talk about Minister of State knowing whether there were vehicles assigned with Joy Howard Taylor. No. I'm speaking on the issue from the background of my experience in the House, where I worked for 12 years as a representative. That's what I'm speaking from, my experience there. In the House of Representatives and the Senate, there's something we call transportation allowance. We used to call it, I don't know how they call it right now, that they pay to each lawmaker every month. It is for that transportation allowance, they go to the bank and take a loan to buy vehicles. I want to commend Councillor Gu. He was almost close to the house, but he didn't enter. So he had the experience. That transportation allowance is used to go to the bank, and then the bank will give you the pay for the car. And then every month, they take your money and pay for the car. So every 6 years, they give each lawmaker that opportunity, because at the end of the first 3 years, the car will be appraised by, how they call it, GSA. But they give you the first preference. Now, I didn't see, because at that time I was in the House, the president now, who was vice president, I didn't see him buying 15 cars for his staff. I didn't see that. I can remember President Boakar's staff, because not every staff are on the same level. As you already put it, the director, the chief of office staff, that position is almost like a deputy minister, assistant minister rank. Then before you come to the clerical. So it's not everybody that had cars. They had a bus for everyone for them. So if you have 20, 40 staff members, you'll be able to buy cars for them. You buy the bus. There's a reason. The maintenance of those cars come in. Who maintain it? For gas, they will get gas because the vice president get gas, his staff get gas. So the 12 years I was in the House, I didn't see President Boakar with 15 cars, I must admit. Now you call a figure, 2024, 250, 2025, 250, 2026, 250, right? Starter. So that's 750,000 if I got you clear. 3 years in row with 250 repeating. That's 750,000 US dollars, over $500,000. So which means every year you will be buying car.
All right, we can go to the budget. I don't want to order drag on this. We're gonna go see it in the budget, but I just want to ask you though. I don't think your math is correct. 250,000 will give them to you, but yet it's still You
No.
receive car for let me finish, sir. You receive car for 45,000. 2015, you bought your car from GBK Motor. You added money under your car was worth almost 90,000. It was at your own will and pleasure. You, Miss Minister, we said Blamo. After you receive your 45,000, after you receive your 250,000, these are history, these are record. Yesterday you went to GBK Motor, you bought your car, which was almost
Excuse me.
on it.
No, 1 minute. You making a mistake. Let me correct you.
Please
I
do.
did not receive 250,000.
You
I
received
said,
45,000.
you said?
You received 45,000.
Okay, fine. But what I'm telling you, you said in the budget, the vice president had 250 in the first year.
Let's go to the budget from 2024. That's what I said, or what the budget say, and you were verifying. But let's talk about you.
You will come to me. I'm not refusing.
Yeah,
I'm not refusing. You will come to me. But let me learn.
Yes,
let me learn.
Go ahead, sir.
Thank you. So if you say he had 250,000 for 2024, 2025, and 2026, that's what I said is 750,000, right? So it is 750,000 to buy the cars, or he bought them, or he spent the first 250. That's the question. Vice President's office, most of the time, they buy buses for their staff, and the senior staff in the office, they buy cars for them, if they so wish. For Joel Howard, I didn't see it. That's what I want to make clear.
But again, that's
go to your second question.
No. Let's do this round. We'll come back to you. It's good that you joined us, sir. And again, I want to say welcome to every one of you.
The issue you brought us, let's put it down. Let's finish with it.
We'll come back to you, sir. We'll come back to you. I beg you. I thank you for joining us. We'll come back to you. We've really got to move. But this whole car issue, let's close up on it. I am not blaming anybody. I wish you guys had given the chance to Madam Taylor when she was serving as vice president. You guys neglected her. You turned your back on her. You gave her a routing card that she used for the rest of her tenure. Okay? It was you. It was McGill. It was the president, George Manawia, that you turn your back on Madam Taylor. We don't want to go there, Jackie. Don't make us to go there, Jackie. Am I lying, Jackie? You're so for the line. She had to catch bus on the street. She got to catch taxi, or she begged on national television the way you treat her.
Or she had to go for it.
Is that how you want us to treat Jeremiah Kuhn and his staffer? Today, I can tell you, she left those young men and women.
She catch bus on the streets.
She left those young men and women in that office today. Jeremiah Kuhn, who have fired them, he said no. He kept them. He working diligently with them. And we want to sit here and say why he buying cars for them. Something you should have done. Something you should have done when you were serving as chief of staff to President George Manawia. This is unfortunate that you come here and question the good decision by this government that when the means are available, these people we should be proud of them. But you didn't give my Joelle a car. You left her on the street stranded. You didn't give her a benefit. You left her begging when you were serving as chief of staff. No disrespect, but we love the conversation. Political leader, Chief Wilson Blamo. Hey, my papa, it's good to have you here. Let's go on.
Can I ask Blamo a quick question? Is regards to the vehicle. Blamo, you are in the legislature. Are you saying, just to clarify for the public, that every single year each lawmaker gets $45,000 transportation allowance? You are muted, sir.
It's not every single year. It's every 3 years.
Hello, Jackie.
Yeah.
I'm seeing there's a budget line in the House of Representatives budget that is for transportation allowance.
Mm-hmm.
Cars are bought for them every 3 years.
Okay.
So it's not every year they get in for the 5,000. I don't know. Get it right.
Okay, no, that's what I wanted you
Yes,
to
Timmy,
clarify.
can I say
Thank you very much, Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam, let's bring you in. We got to go. We got other topic to cover tonight. I know my CDC brothers and sisters want to beat on me. It's okay. Those are ladies. Lafia Gu and Benedict, they want to beat on me. That's okay. I can take it. I'm not afraid.
We want to correct the workers. We want to correct those people. We want to correct our workers.
Sam Jackson.
Let me say something quick. Look, that whole thing about the accelerated depreciation, and that's what it is in financial accounting, where we depreciate to scrap value a car in 3 years. It was done in 2000 because this was like during the war, and we wanted to basically attract a lot of investment to the country. So we were giving people on their fixed assets depreciation, especially movable assets, right? So they could, like, because depreciation, as all people, economists know, is a source of cash, right? But for the legislature and the entire government, okay, to appropriate that mechanism there, to give themselves brand new cars every 3 years, I mean, that we should try to, people who in the legislature should go ahead and revise it. There's no way a car that's bought for $90,000 is scrap value in 3 years.
Nobody bought car for 90,000, Sam.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Indirectly,
yeah, there have been cars that have been bought for 90,000 for certain officials, may not be for you, but certain officials bought for 90,000. Right? Okay, but assuming it's $45,000 in a country where more than 50% of the people live.
Don't leave the vice president who getting 250 every year.
But our budget line is not as personal use.
Don't teach me how to talk. I beg you. I beg you.
But you know what, Kev? Go tell Margaret to reject the budget because of that. Go tell Albert Chain to reject the budget because of that. Go tell Bill Travis to reject the budget because of that.
Again, they not vote for the budget.
To reject the budget. Because no more right to talk because they are supporting our budget.
Let me finish my thoughts, right? This, what I thought the rescue agenda was going to be about. Okay, something like that. We saved the government of Liberia over a period of 10 years, hundreds of millions of dollars in this vehicle expense to fully depreciate a brand new car for $45,000. That's especially the ones that are driven mostly within the city of Monrovia on Coulthard Street. Tell me that there should be reform. 3 years, you get a brand new car every 3 years. You stay there for 9 years in the legislature. You get 45 and 45 and 90, $135,000, right? For 9 years in cars, and I have had cars for 10 and 15 years in this country here. No, man, you guys are ripping this country off, especially people who are, let me finish, who are, they don't have anything else to do but government job. If they don't have government job, then they stay on the side, they be criticizing and hoping that the party will come to power later on so they can get another government job. That's
so
all.
Thank you. We got to move on, guys.
Can I go to the line? Let's go to the line. Let's go to the line. Let's ask the Liberal people. Let's go to the people. Let's ask the Liberal people. $250,000 every year for transportation in the vice president office.
Can you give me 30 seconds to complete my thought?
Yeah, you know what? Let me give you 30 seconds. Kev, let me give the political leader of LAPP 30 seconds. Go ahead.
Let me correct you, Mr. Witherspoon. I've never bought a car for $90,000. That information, anybody that give it to you is false. Get it clear. Even my last position I had in government did not buy me any car. From deputy minister to the 1.5 years I spent as minister, no government car was bought for me.
How many cars did you receive when you were a lawmaker? How many cars did you receive?
That does not matter. I stayed there for 12 years. Wait,
how many cars did you receive when you were a lawmaker?
Stand up.
How many cars did you receive when you were a lawmaker?
I received 3 cars for the 12 years I stayed there.
Total how much?
3.
Total how much?
Do your calculation.
No, I'm not.
Why you will not do it?
Here's the issue. Political leader.
What? No, start on. Why you will not do it?
Then you do every 3 years.
I don't know.
Hello. The option is yours. The option is yours to accept car when your car break and when your car spoil. If you don't want to get a car, you are not forced to get it. Let me get it clear. If you got a new car for 3 years and the car is still new, you do force to take a car when that offer is given to you. So let it be clear.
No, you take the money. When you take the money.
Do this. Hello, take money. Take what money? Take what money?
Jackie, wait. Jackie, you don't have the information. Jackie, you don't have the information. Let me help political leader Blambo we said. You receive your cars. When you receive your cars, don't tell us that if it's brand new, you will not take another car. You took the money. You sold the cars that you received.
It's a transportation allowance.
Did you sell any of the car that you received? The government gave you. Did you sell it?
Sell what? For what?
The cars that the government gave you. Did you
why
sell?
Why do I sell a property that is given to me?
Did you sell any of the cars the government gave you?
I did not.
So
it was spoiled, and I got rid of it.
So, you got rid of it like how? Which car did you sell to somebody that I know? Which car did you sell? I'm not going to record the name.
Who don't know about the name? Stop don't call the name.
We shouldn't do this. Let's move
on. No, you on the air. You on the air. Call the name.
No. We shouldn't do this. You know.
Hello.
We shouldn't do this.
Start on. Call the name. Because it's on the air.
No money in the budget 2026 for transport and maintenance under the office of the vice president. No money in the budget.
But you said,
Honorable, we said Blambo. You received cars. When you were leaving, you saw some of those cars. You didn't refuse.
I've never bought out of
your car that you bought you bought it from JBK. The other car you bought from Cactus Moto. We have your car history.
Which one you bought Cactus Moto?
The Carfax history, we got it on you. So let's make progress. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the
show. Listen, stop on. I've never bought any car from Cactus Moto.
Okay, so you agreeing that all your cars you bought were from GBK?
I've never bought car from Cactus Moto.
Are you agreeing with me that all the cars you bought was from GBK?
The car I use in the house, yes.
Yeah, you bought it from GBK.
And I never took my car to anybody.
And you bought it from GBK.
Hey. I've never bought car from Cactus Moto. That's what I'm telling you.
Thank you, Chief.
Let's go to the line. Let's go to the line. Let's go to the line.
Let's move on. We got to go. We're not going to the line. Today, you want to go to the line?
Let's go to the line. Let's ask the people $250,000 every year for transportation in the vice president office. $750,000 in 3 years.
Emmanuel George, Lafayette Gould, Colonel L. Remy Gray, Augustin Jackson. It's good to have our elder here. Gee, we said Blambo, we do appreciate you. Thank you. I said, do it's good at the back. No. You just come in. The other people not talk. You come from eating. Let the other people talk. I beg you. I said, I'm sorry, Chief. Uncle Sam, you look younger than him. That's why. I'm sorry, Uncle Sam. You look younger than him. I'm sorry, Uncle Sam. When you say Minister Blambo?
No. I apologize to those Uncle Sam because he's older than me. But I'm telling you, I never sold car to anybody, and I never bought car from Cactus Moto. That's not true. Yes, sir.
I'm older than you by a lot.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
We're not competing with age.
Conversation, guys. Maybe thank God
we competing with age here.
Thank God we got Mr. Blambo and Mr. Jackson here that will help us with this one. Let's take a straight ride. We are leaving this card issue. We can announce that buses coming. Also, I will put the buses picture up. We can announce that pickup trucks coming for the staff, for the guys will be treated well, and that's good for our country, right?
15,
I want us to leave this card issue. I want us to leave.
15, like you said earlier.
Yeah, if you put all the total vehicles, 15 total vehicles, yes.
15
total vehicles.
Truck, pickup truck, buses,
everything.
those cars, everything for 250,000.
No, but they are way less, not the price though. You gotta understand. You can say, hey, I said wait now. Let me answer this thing one by one. But you don't come here to this step. I think the question, Councilor Gould, is good. Councilor Gould.
You are the guest on the show today now. What did I do?
No, I beg you now. I beg you. Please.
I didn't do anything that you are the guest.
So now let me ask you, please. 1 minute.
can I answer Councilor Good question?
Okay, then I will ask you, please.
Councilor Good, all those things fall under the 250,000.
Okay.
But the total amount is not 250,000 because it way less. For example, the 7 vehicle were 12,000 each, and we'll put the amount out. So it way less than 250,000. The shipment costs, you know how to take things from China, and we display that. But that's a good question, Councilor.
Let me ask you a question, please.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
So you now admit that the money spent, bus is in it, right? You said there's a bus are in the vehicles that are coming, right?
We got 2 pickup truck.
Yes.
We got a bus.
Thank you.
We got a vehicle.
Okay.
For the directors.
Thank you.
And I will display these things tomorrow.
Okay, then I come back to you to tell you what I told you during President Boubacar as vice president. He have bus for his staff. So if Jeremiah Kun is buying bus for his staff, then he's right. But everybody in the office will get a car on their own. That's what I get problem with.
Okay,
so I don't know where you're coming from with all that story we told from JJ Rawat time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
We got a very big breaking news we got to get to.
Yeah, but that breaking news, let me friend. Next time when you come with your information there, be clear. You can't come. No, when you can't come, you tell your colleague that information. You tell your colleague, say, oh, the vice president. Where the vice president the problem you never
don't count and show them, tell me how to talk. I put my topic on, you run behind it, then you fall like
you never can get put there where I want to
the information when I'm correct.
No, I asked for a few seconds before you leave. I beg you, I want to
we got another information here. The lawmakers under DeLon Youngbley and the rest of them. These are the information I put in the chat room. Please check it out. They have now taken back the National Port Authority Decentralization Bill, right? I put in all the information out for you to see. They requested it. It's in the chat room, guys. If it is not, just let me know. Let me resend it. All right, for you guys to see it. It was signed. They said, listen, the president said, Senator Youngbley Kangalari, Madam President Pro Tempore will read this letter for you to see. I hereby acknowledge receipt of this letter dated January 20, 2026, informing us of the legislative decision to withdraw the following bill. 2 bills to withdraw: Liberia Sea and Inland Port Regulatory Act of 2025, an act amending Chapter 6 of the Public Authority Law, creating the National Port Authority and establish the Liberia Sea and Inland Port Decentralization. 2 very important bills. Now, you got to read the letter. It's very interesting, right? Now, it's in the chat room. Can I resend it? Are you guys seeing it there? No? Okay, maybe it's there because I'm not hearing from you guys.
No,
so finally, we can say to you, is it there? It's not there?
I'm looking at it. I'm not seeing it.
All right, let me resend it. We just want to announce that, yes, we'll come to all this soon, but this is very important for us to talk about. They have taken, because if this thing was
11, please, after 11. Can we close?
Say that again?
Can we close and we'll continue tomorrow? You said you will stick to the time, 11 o'clock at birth time, after 11.
No, I say 11:30, Chief. If you got to go to bed, you can go ahead.
Okay, I will stick until 11:30.
Yeah, I don't know why you coming to force with me. I'm just a quiet guy.
No.
So, is it in the chat room now? Yeah, you guys seeing it? Let me send it to Mr. Blammer. We said that on the show. It will be good for us to look at it, and you have it, sir. I sent it to you. This is very important, though, that finally, and DeLon Youngbley, Bushman Keita, and James Barney, and other folks were in a meeting. And the decision was made that if this thing reached to Friday, automatically it's the 21-day period will be a law. So they decided to put it out, take it back, and redo it. And that's what we are here to discuss today. It's good that Uncle Sam is here. Read it, talk to us. Let's hear you and your side of the story. But you can share it's out there. They have withdrawn the bill, and they will submit it again, but it needs some correction. Uncle Sam, let's start with you. What do you think?
I mean, I'm really not following this thing. Is that John Palmer Ways and John Rice? When you see that Brazilian fellow coming and making special podcasts and all that kind of thing there, doing the all kind of thing there, and I'm not even getting involved in it. So
what a Brazilian fellow.
You know who the Brazilian fellow is, man? That your John Palmer Ways and John. I'm not part of that thing there. I'm not talking about him.
Okay, let me come to Emmanuel George. Emmanuel, the argument was made. Now it is very clear, as you can see on this document, and it was signed that they took back the document. They took it back. They sent it back to the lawmakers. The lawmakers, if you take your time to read through it, it's saying, in line with such requests, my office hereby return the said bill to the legislature for the adjustment you have requested. We appreciate the legislature commitment in ensuring that these reforms are comprehensive, inclusive, and beneficial to the people of Liberia. The adjustment, Emmanuel, must be made. They have issue with the maritime. They have issue with everything that we raise. They are not killing the bill. They say, please fix it. We need to adjust it. Read the document. Talk to us.
Stanton, today, my political leader, Mr. Alexander Benedict Cummings, gave an extremely powerful and beautiful speech that spoke to the president address yesterday. And when you read that speech, you will see that some of the challenges we have in our country is what is displayed with this letter today. We have been talking about this for weeks, if not months. We have raised issue we raised issue with the process itself. And those who came from the legislature said, oh, the process was great, it was unique. But this is the second time this bill is being sent back. I mean, you can they put in it the intelligent way right now that they're going to readjust it. But this is the second time this bill is being sent back to the legislature, and that should tell them that all this 4G speed they should slow down, go through proper process, have those who are affected come and discuss with them, have a conference meeting, and make sure at the end of the day that a bill that is sent to the executive have the input of both the executive and the legislature, including the stakeholders. So it's because this bill did not have the input of the stakeholders, the executive, and other intelligent minds when it come around maritime. That's why it's going back to them the second time. But I think Mr. Cummings gave a very beautiful speech that spoke to these issues.
We'll get on Mr. Cummings' speech. It will be our last conversation. We'll get to it.
Hopefully, we will be able to resolve these issues. And next time, let us go through the process. Involve everybody who is going to be affected by a piece of legislation that is being passed. You won't have a return to you for the second time.
Again, thank you very much. I want to bring you in, Billy D. Let's hear you. Now it's going back for adjustment. It will be, but they have to make some correction.
Yes, Stanton. I mean, in as much as I do support this bill and would like to see the president eventually sign it, if we want to make sure that I think it would be great to ensure that everyone is in support of this bill, because I think it's a good thing, right? This decentralization bill, I think it's a good thing. So if we have some folks there that are saying that they raise some issues, some concerns, and we can take it back. I mean, they can take it back and have it corrected, amended to address those issues that are concerns that some people may have. So I don't have any problem necessarily. It may be a delay tactic or so that some folks are playing, but ultimately this is going to come back to the president's desk, and he's going to sign it, because I think it's a good thing for the country. I think it's a good thing for the people, and to have a power concentrated in one individual and one entity. Why the National Port Authority cannot make any sort of meaningful contribution to the budget, and all of those sort of concerns that many of us who support this bill have. So I'm fine with it going back and having it adjusted and ensure that all of our T's are crossed, all of the I's are dotted, and everything is fine. And so that's just part of the process, Stanton. As frustrating as it may be, this is part of the process, and we support that. We support that it is done diligently, and that due process is executed, and eventually it's going to come back to the president. And I have all confidence that the president will eventually sign it.
Thank you very much. Let's hear you, Jackie. I think this back and forth is kind of important now. Everybody knows exactly what needed to be done. Bushman Keita reviewing it. The back and forth saved time, because this was going to be automatically a law. But just in time, Youngblood then went into that meeting. DeLong went into that meeting. James Barney went into that meeting. Legal advisors seated, and they have a fair discussion. Hey, the president disagreed with X, Y, and Z. Make the correction. Let's do some adjustment. Youngblood agreed, and they took back the bill. What say you, Jackie?
Sent from my understanding, back in, I think, July or so, or August, maybe somewhere around there, the president had vetoed the first bills that went to him, the same Seaport bill. And now that it was resubmitted, from reading all the newspapers, the media, everywhere, all talk shows, you can look left, right, and hearing from the Liberian people in Liberia, in the diaspora, they had issues with the bill that was resubmitted. So to come to a compromise for them to say, okay, we're recalling the bill, I think, first of all, that's a good first step. Secondly, I listened very carefully to the president's speech. The president talked about the port master plan. So some of the complaints from constituents all across the country, including people in the diaspora throughout the country in Liberia, was there a public hearing? I think I heard one of the lawmakers talk today saying that this time around we should make sure we have public hearing. Also, the consultations, were there proper consultations made? To do these consultations, it doesn't take 1 day, it doesn't take 2 weeks. So for the legislature to say, let's try to resubmit the bill in another 2 weeks, I think they are going to fail themselves and fail the Liberian people. They should take time. This thing, you're talking about overhauling our one major part of our governing system. The ports are a national asset, just like how Robert International Airport is a national asset. It belongs to the state. It does not belong to a county. From what I also understand regarding our the act under the port right now, the ports are already decentralized, which leaves a lot of people in Liberia, in the diaspora, confused about this whole decentralization idea. I think the legislature need to listen to all the constituents, Liberians in Liberia and across the world, in the diaspora. Let them take their time. Let them have proper consultations called the port management, the NPA, the board. Let them call everybody, every single stakeholder that is involved and attached. So this whole bill needs to be called, and that's not a 2-week duration time. It will not work. It will require months of consultations. You got to also do cost benefit.
So Jackie, I think, Jackie, I want to ask you a question.
Lose my train of thought, but let me land, please, because I'll lose my train of thought. It's going to take a whole lot. You don't just change a system overnight. Let them go back. They did the first right thing, recall the bill, and we applaud them for that. Let them go back and bring all the stakeholders together. Let them come up with a strategic plan. Let them take into consideration the master plan. The president talked about it in his speech yesterday.
So let them move on.
Already a master plan for all the ports.
Jackie, there's specificity in the
Before they
president.
even bring it back on the floor,
Jackie, that's specificity
for
the
debate and
president
public
requested
hearing.
for, right? The president requested for a specific thing. Read the document. The president requesting for certain things, right? He outlined them. Okay? I know we have our own views and opinion, right? That it should be this, it should be that, but there's certain things the president said should be included. He outlined those things and he sent it back to Yombli and the group. The president felt that those things, they didn't answer appropriately. And the president had concern. Address what I'm asking you to address. So one of those things, the president didn't say go and have a town hall meeting. It wasn't part of it. Let's go back to the president allowing vetoes. And then we'll come up with understanding. And the president have not changed his position yet. So if you read the document I will put in the charter, you'll understand the president said, these concerns that I raised, address them appropriately. So I don't think the president is saying now, you must call Peter, you must call Paul, you must do this. That's not what it's going on. If we say that, then fine. For example, if you read this, which is so clear, you will understand the president's position. All right. If you read all of the reason why Yombli have called back this thing and pulled back, you will understand that they need to address the president concern holistically. That's where I'm coming from. So we have 3 documents in the chat room referencing the withdrawal. Let's go back to the first line veto. Did they address the president's concern? And then we'll understand where we are. He said, I don't want to put politics in this. And I think it'll be unfair now. We're way past it, like Gideon was saying, right? Let's just hold the president to his commitment, hold the lawmakers to their commitment, and make sure that this is a good thing.
Stanton, I've been listening to the news, I've been reading, I've been hearing people comments all over the world, Liberians. And I was only repeating what is being said in the news, what is being said by our Liberian people, and the legislature is obligated to listen to its constituents. So I'm only repeating what the constituents out there are saying. The president here has these concerns, but in addition to that, I'm sure the president, he's president for 5 million people. So these people are also constituents to 73 lawmakers, or 103, right? What's our number? But anyway, all our lawmakers. So therefore, they need to listen to everybody and make sure they take the time, have all the stakeholders involved before they try to redraft anything
Thank you.
resubmit to the president.
Stand and say something to you.
I'm trying to pull it up, but you can go ahead and be speaking while I pull it up, please.
Okay. On December 30th, 2025, the Liberian Alternative Party, the People's Party, issued a statement concerning the decentralization. We saw a lot of flames in the document. So in the last paragraph, if you see it, we asked the president to reconsider signing the act into law and instead initiate a broad-based stakeholder consultation for a revised reform that strengthen our port without jeopardizing Liberia's high-end stability. We issue a statement, and I want to appreciate the president for sending that document back for the second time. I even called you on the line one time, and I gave you some information. The best thing when you're talking about President vetoing 2 times, I told you, no, the best thing is to have a leadership meeting. If you can remember, the House leadership, the Senate leadership should go to the president and meet with him. And I think they have done that. So I want to commend the president. So we are way ahead of this issue way back since December. So I congratulate the president for sending it back and make sure that the document is well, prepared and stand for our generation to come. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I sent it to you already.
Yes, I've seen it. Thank you very much, sir. Let me bring in my brother, Councilor Gu. Councilor Gu, you want to weigh in, sir?
Yes, so I'm concerned about the procedure, right? maybe I may be wrong, but this is an instrument that was finalized by the two plenaries. So we say one by the legislature, signed by the two clerks, signed by the speaker, and signed by the vice president. It is enrolled to the president for his approval. For that bill to come back, it cannot, in my opinion, I may be wrong. Got searching for the law. I'm looking through the rules as well. It has to be a decision of the plenaries, instructing the leadership to record the bill. Not the leadership going to have a consultative meeting among themselves and deciding and instructing the clerks. So I'm just concerned whether that was the situation, because this is a creature of the legislature and is no more in the purview of the leadership to decide. It is the plenary's decision. So the plenary, to record their decision to pass the law, must be the one to sit and decide and instruct the leadership to authorize the chief clerk to record the bill before the president signs. Did they follow that procedure? If they follow that procedure, good. If they didn't follow that procedure, maybe somebody, one of the colleagues could challenge it and start raising issue. But I hope that that procedure was followed. I come to Minister Blambo. The president cannot receive a bill for his approval and then go and conduct broad-based consultation. Square no. The president will read the bill, he vetoes it, and that's it. When he not satisfied, he vetoes it and send it back. If the legislature believes that the president's veto will undermine what they put into the law in the interest of the people, the ORI is veto, and they will send the law and send it for printing. So the fact that they even realized that there have been issues that was raised by the president, or there are issues raised by the president needed those issues to be inserted in the law. They recall it, and just in time before he even veto. So that is the procedure. For me, that was said.
I mean, can I respond?
No, we're coming on.
Okay.
Yeah, so except that I'm wrong, but I will lay out again that it is a creature of the legislature. It has to be recalled. The decision to recall it has to come from the two plenaries, instructing the leadership to order the clerk to record the law. If that will happen, fine, then it's correct. If that will happen, then there was a procedural error. Anybody could raise issue between there, and there will be a problem. That's what I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's hear Colonel Gray real quick and Kev Hassan. We don't have enough time. Let's hear from Colonel Gray and Kev Hassan. We'll come back.
He said something critical.
This one here, that legislative issue. Let me comment on it.
Mr. Blamo, you take your position later.
Yeah. Let's hear you, Colonel Gray.
That's how it works in Parliament. You wait for your turn. And people you should know that. But here's the deal, Stanton. From my experience going to all the Liberian peace conferences, you understand, sitting beside General Bowen, you put one Liberian in a room, there will be 20 disagreements just from one person. So I think the goodwill is that they pass all that stage. And I'm glad that the president had good counsel from his Minister of Justice, who was very, very magnanimous in citing some of this, that the issue itself they address. And one of my primary concerns has to do with the international framework, international law to this, to the decentralization of our port system. And the fact that the Minister of Justice was in his capacity, was able to raise some of these issues. I think as soon as they correct some of these measures, thank God, they were able to condone the president action of vetoing the bill. Now, what they're going to be doing is to make sure that there's a meeting of the mind. The president's ambition or wishes, are reflected within the law as he proposed through his Minister of Justice. So this, we're almost there. We agree that the centralization of port system is a good thing. So based on that premise, I think everybody must be satisfied, unlike where they were trying to just roll it in surreptitiously without thinking that some of the requests by the president for which he vetoed the bill were not met. But now I think we have hope that everybody will be acting in good faith.
Thank you. Thank you, Kev. Let's hear you on this bill.
You see, I sat here listening to everybody saying the president doing well, he sent the bill back. Guys, there's a tug of war going between the Yombli Kanga camp and the Freeport Manager camp. And the centerpiece into the whole thing is fraud. What they're giving the president is fraud. And the president is confused. The president almost signed it. Justice Minister and opined to it. And the noise. Then the president say, oh, okay, let me call you guys together. But it's a potential fraud here going on. What the president wanted, the Yombli Kanga team tried to twist it. They sent it to the president. Bushba Keita took it. He was fingering the document. So where we're coming from without seeing the president, I'm glad the president this, the president is confused. The president don't know what he's doing. He's confused as hell. He don't know what he's doing. He just send it back. He say, you know what? You gotta go talk. Anything you come to, you'll bring it out, just sign it because I'm tired. So now they go in the back. This person say, I want this here. The person say, I want this here. Everybody get a cut in it. The president say, you're satisfied? You say yes. But I thought it's supposed to go to the lawmakers. Why this thing going between two parties now? So we are looking at fraud here, against the Liberian people, trying to get their own thing and are put in Buchanan. You're looking at Yombli and Dillon fighting for supremacy. You're looking at the port manager, Dukle, too, saying, you want to take my own share. He too fighting for his supremacy. The president caught up in the middle. Nothing in this bill for the Liberian people. It's just another poke. Nothing in there. Period. End of
story. All right, thank you. Thank you. Let me add this quickly. I think it's a good decision by the president to talk about port decentralization. It's good. The manner in which these things are happening, that's why we got problems. And for the first time, I would agree, to some of the things Kev just said, that people want to be the boss, they want to be the decision maker, they want to ride, they want to protect their job, they want to protect their own interests. But this is about Liberia. The president's vision is a unique one. Let's talk about Harper Port, let's talk about Greenville, let's talk about Buchanan, let's talk about Moserado. All right. Then what happened? Guess what happened? Everybody saying no. I'll protect my turf. Are you kidding me? Are you serious? And that's why the president, I think the president will not sign it. But at the end of the day, though, let me say this to everybody. They will fix it. It will be signed. They will fix it. They will make the adjustment. Like the document saying, please, the adjustment need to be made. Look at these papers. It's very clear. The document was written. Again, the president was very clear. The president said, listen, in line with such requests, my office hereby return the said bill to the legislature for the adjustment you have requested. Who requested the adjustment? For the adjustment, Billy D, you have requested. And this is very important. Who signed on the letter? So let people stop. Let's stop playing the small yakan thing. Somebody asked to receive the bill to make the necessary adjustment. And these were very clear. So the adjustment will be made, the president will pass it. It's in the interest of the Liberian people. And I just think that as we wind down, as we close, that's what we should do. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
I had a question.
Stanton, I'm sorry, Councillor Google gone off. In governance, where there is a problem, the executive and the legislature can meet and discuss and resolve it. There's nothing wrong with that in legislative politics. Nothing. The president could not veto the bill 2 times. So the best thing he could do was to call them to have a meeting. But if you have done it, there's going to be a conflict between the executive and the legislature. So to avoid it, it was necessary that he meet with them. There's nothing wrong with that. That correction I want to make, please. Thank you.
So is that why you meant by broad-based consultation?
When I say broad-based consultation,
yeah,
there are several things involved in it. They bring that bill back on the floor.
You said the president.
I'm explaining. I'm explaining. President don't send it to the legislature. When they bring it back to the legislature, then what the discussion, the broad-based discussion will be done. Not with the president.
But that's the correction I mean, what you said when the
president. But that's what I'm telling you.
The president can make do a broad.
No. The president will not make a broad-based consultation. I'm saying when it comes back in the house, and you say,
you have made it clarity now. It's clarified. Thank you.
Oh, okay, thank you.
So, Councillor Gu, I got a question for you because you are legal mind. I think I was not on the show last week, 2 weeks. There were a debate on the show about the president cannot veto a bill twice. My understanding, according to the Constitution, and please clarify again, I'm not a legal mind. Is it the same bill, or if a bill is made, the changes to a bill that is resubmitted to the president, does that make the bill the same bill, or that bill, because there are changes, is not the same, and therefore the president can veto it? That's the first question. Secondly, you talked about plenary and the recall process. I'm not sure I understood that, and some of the Liberian people understood that. What is the process?
Okay,
what is the process? I said some of the Liberian people, because I'm sure not everybody understood.
Speak for yourself.
On that, can you clarify that one more time?
Okay, so I made it clear. I said, except I'm proven wrong, or there's some rules somewhere that I have not seen. But when the legislature passed on the law in its totality and it is signed and sent to the president, to recall that law has to be a decision of plenary. That's what I said. Plenary must empower the leadership to order the clerk, right, to form the decision to the president to recall before the signature, before he signs. That's what I said. So if somebody got a law to show, maybe I didn't see it. But the chief is here. When plenary takes a decision, only plenary can undo that decision. He knows. The next thing is you asked for, you said, well, the president can veto a law twice. Somebody said the president can veto a law twice. So I will still ask which law that says it, because Article 35 does not say that the president cannot veto a law twice. Article 35 says the president.
We beg to leave. Mr. Wisa, join us again tomorrow. We got to wind this thing down. We promised to leave 6:30. We got only 14 minutes to 7. I want to say another argument coming. Lafayette, go get ready. You're the lawyer. There you go. February 12, 2026. The draft bill to decentralize LEC Corporation, Rural Renewable Energy Agency, Labrador Water and Sewer, Labrador National. This is all funny. Fishery. Listen, you have it. It's in the chat room.
So where is that coming from, Center?
It's coming from you. You sent it to me, right? Let me see. Oh yeah, you sent it to me. So I want to say again. This is one of the buses that is coming. This is one of the buses that are coming for the office of the vice president.
For the staffers.
Yeah, it's right
but
there.
That's a nice bus.
Thank you.
Yeah, I want to also say to you, a lot was said today. Let's just take a quick beat because I was waiting for Emmanuel George to come back to speak on Mr. Cummings. He was the only opposition today. I'm not talking about yesterday because yesterday Musa Belete spoke. Today, Mr. Cummings yesterday. Yes, was the only opposition leader that made the case that was fair and balanced. But let me say this. CDC, I don't even want to talk about them. If they continue without a party chairman, the party chairman can drop it like a coal. He got no, it's not about, I don't think it's about him. I think it's just about the party. Imagine the party chairman going to give the State of the Nation address response. Look at it.
Response to President Bwakai's third State of the Nation address. My name is Damas Langa, here from the MOVE headquarters that is currently being seconded to the Congress for Democratic Change.
Benedict, what's going on? Is that CDC? I want us to close on this though. I'm gonna play it one more time. I beg you guys. Is this CDC we're talking about here? The people sitting on the side? Colonel Gray, are we looking at another, you know, like when we was beginning in Liberia, Chris Pontin, they're gonna have cheering party. Is this the Mate CDC?
My man Stanton, if you put on that noise there, I would say yeah. It's
no,
not.
But is this half? Is this half?
Look
at Mr. Cummings. Very, very on point. Help the government to account. Give reason that the government can improve or Liberia can be better. And then Mr. Cummings take over. Right? Look at Musa Belete. Papa, I didn't listen to you speaking. Send me your speech. I will appreciate.
I will umpire radio station in Monrovia.
Yeah, but I don't follow the radio station there, Papa.
Okay, I will ask my people to send it to me. I will send it to you.
I will play, Papa, you know. But my thing is that, though, look at the CDC. You serve in the CDC government. You were CDC at one point, though. But look at CDC. You, Papa. You work for the people.
No. Point of correction. Your platform is very wide. Your platform is very wide. Let me correct you. Your platform is very wide. Let me correct you. Start on. I will not agree. I will not give you a chance. Give me time, please. Start on. I work for the CDC government. I entered the CDC government by way of coalition. NPP, LPDP, and CDC. I was never a member of the CDC. I'm making a correction, please. Not that they are bad, but I did not fill in any form. George Ria is my former boss. I respect him, but I never fill in any CDC form. So don't take me to it, please. Let me make it clear to you. Thank you. God bless you.
Are you still part of the coalition, Lamo?
I'm not.
Okay.
So you are not a member of the Coalition for Democratic Change?
Say that?
You are not a member. Your party, your affiliation was not a member of the.
Of course, I want to say through a coalition. I spoke the English.
Which party? Which party did you
LPDP.
LPDP.
Yes.
Okay. So that's
now that about Alex Talon.
Oh yes, he's no longer part of the coalition.
So leader one, let 2029 come. The man will get his job back. So.
President Bwakai's third State of the information.
on a serious note,
My name is Damas Langer here from the MOVE headquarters that is currently being seconded to the Congress for Democratic Change.
Yeah, man, Benedict. Nelson, can you come on the show? We're closing. Let's stay our closing comment real quick. What's going on with CDC? That it? That CDC there, Jackie? Could agree, that it? That is that? Are you kidding me?
Senator, are you talking about the size, the crowd size, or the?
I'm talking about everything. People selling the weather market, people walking by the business. I mean, I'm seeing international community car parking. I'm seeing United Nations representative.
It's possible that the reporters went there prior to those folks attending.
Let me ask you a question.
So you say it's possible to win that, right? Let me play when the mayor is speaking.
No, let me.
We will measure the government by the conditions of household, the security of institutions, the durability of services, and on these, the rescue mission has fallen short and has become a great excuse mission.
So listen to people talking, right? They're standing behind. Wait, Papa, I beg you, Mr. Blamo. They're standing behind him. They're calling people political dwarf. They're calling names. When the man says he is giving the key address in response to the presidency of the nation. See how childish the program were. See the presentation. It was awkward. No political leadership was present. Joia didn't attend it. Eugene Nangwe were absent. Fonati Kofa 0, McGill 0. They left it with a cold water Janga coal. Compare that.
Let me ask you.
Mr. Blamo, wait 1 minute, I beg you, Chief. Compare that, right, to this.
The president proudly announced a U.S. $1.2. The president calls agriculture the heart of the arrest agenda. But you cannot claim agriculture is the heart while you slash its funding. Here's the people's alternative for our farmers. We must meet the international commitment to allocate 10% of our national budget to agriculture. Processing, not just planting. We must use windfalls to build processing plants, rice milling, cassava processing, and fisheries cold storage, so farmers move from hand to mouth to business for profit. Farmers move from hand to mouth to business for profit.
So let's get this thing straight. We'll come to you, Mr. Blamo. Let's get this thing straight, right? Let's do that comparison thing. This is Aaron McGrady. Look at a great statement, leader speaking to the issue, pointing the different situation and giving reason that Labro can be better on agriculture. Compare that to CDC, Jangako,
Today, we have every economic statistic that is presented is a struggling household, civil servants.
What's that? What's that? I mean, is this the end time for CDC? But I gotta go. Nelson, come on the show, please. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a great show.
So, you're not giving me the chance, right?
No, everybody will close, sir. Hold on 1 minute. Everybody will close. I beg you. We'll start with you. Everybody have the 1 minute to close. I'm just calling the producer Nelson to come on. Let's start with you, Minister. Please allow me to call you Minister. The political leader thing, it's hard to connect.
Compare you, then I will not come on your show. Period. Okay, stand on. Let me tell you something.
Yes, sir.
You wanted a statement or you wanted the crowd? The man said, 1 minute, 1 minute. You wanted a statement or you wanted, there was no crowd behind, with due respect, at the Zena Commits. So you wanted a crowd or you wanted a statement that was presented? So if you wanted a statement, he presented a statement. If you wanted a crowd, then they were going to bring crowd. And it was not crowd time. So please, don't go that route. For me, when I agree with you.
No, I know it's your right to defend your political party. I got no problem with that.
You got telling me that.
It's no right to defend his political party.
That's not my political party. My political party is LPP.
But it's okay now. Your
Thank you.
Party, you know, it's your right. But what to say to you, man, I know you will agree with me that CDC shouldn't keep Jangako.
No, I would not agree.
Okay?
I would not agree.
And as you support CDC, we want to appreciate your time on Spoon Talk tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, again, we are receiving information that Alex Tyler security was taken away by Gregory Coleman. All of his security were taken away by Gregory Coleman. And I just can't get to it, but you know, the message coming through, and we're going to ask Gregory Coleman whether this is true, right? What's going on? And you know, there's a lot of stuff happening here. Yeah. And, you know, withdraw every security details from the Ministry of Transportation. The police director unilaterally withdraws every security details from the Ministry of Transportation. This is big, and I can say this. You receive a phone call, how many men you have in your detail? The police director, Gregory Coleman, withdraw every security unilaterally from the Ministry of Transportation, Transport Ministry. They took out the security. I don't know why, but again, we'll get to it tomorrow. I'm still digging on this. What's going on with the government? Are they going to fire Alex Tyler? Is it within the right of the Justice Minister? Is it within the right of the police director to give security and withdraw security? Right now, tonight, you're hearing the security of Alex Tyler is in limbo. He have no security but his personal security that he hired from personal security firm. Again, we will dig into it. What's going on with the country? What's going on with the government? If you love to my girlfriend, I take action. If you step on my toe, I will take the security from you. What's happening here? Can we all just work in peace?
You know, there's a license thing. What happened in Transport Ministry?
LTM, yes.
LTM, you know that's that's between very common interest and Alex Tyler.
Is it Salif Tyler or Alex Tyler?
Salif from Transport. Salif Tyler.
Yeah.
Salif Tyler, the Minister of Transport. I want to say thanks, man. Billy D, thank you. Billy D was getting some good news from Minnesota. We're praying to God that now things will be calm gradually. You guys are pushing. And thanks to you and everyone. Thanks to Mr. President Donald J. Trump. Again, it takes something to do something. And we said to our sisters and brothers in Minnesota, our hearts go off to you guys. And may God bless the state. Jackie, as always, we appreciate you, Sister Jackie, coming on and firing. We're still waiting for the data collection, Jackie, from yesterday. You promised to put it in the chat room. I even forget which one was it, sir. But we'll leave that one.
I did.
Political leader Jean Wisa Blamo, former Minister of State to George Manawia, former Chief of Staff to George Manawia, former lawmaker that received 3 cars, $45,000 each, in a total amount of $135,000. Where are those cars today? May God bless you, political leader Jean Wisa Blamo.
You know, when I left the legislature, you know that car can depreciate. I beg you, yeah.
Councilor Good, thank you for coming. We appreciate you. Colonel L. Reverend Gray, as always. Every day, Councilor Good will call me to make plans with me, but I still love this brother. He's my friend. He's my brother. We appreciate you, Councilor. I want to say to all of you again. Oh, wow. This thing getting serious between Police IG and the Transport Minister. I hope we have time to discuss it tomorrow, because now we are saying, because of this, let me put it up real quick. The reason why people are speculating, the reason why the Police IG took away the security from Salif Tyler. Let me put it up real quick and we can leave. Again, it's just one of those things. We hope that these guys work together in harmony and in peace.
I know.
Work together. It doesn't look good though, seriously. It doesn't look good. We just hope that they can work together in harmony and in peace. Let me put this up. I am putting it up right now, guys. Give me 1 second. And I hope the president can intervene, because if Gregory Kumar can say, listen, I don't like what you say, I don't like you, I will arrest you, I will take your security detail, then the government is turning into a fashion government. Then we are getting NPP, NPFL, INPFL, everything. Is that what we're coming to now? Are we getting a fashion government here? I mean, this is scary though. For us to come here and wake up in the morning and say, you will have no security detail because I am the police director. Let's see this real quick. There you go. Okay, so let me put it up. Let's hear exactly.
Is he entitled to security detail? I mean, every
minister and director. Good question. But why?
Yeah,
You have this director having it.
You have police security.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not something that comes out of
statutory body in the Republic of Liberia that is responsible for the issuance of driver license and the registration of motor vehicles. Our people. Therefore, we are encouraging all Liberians to not go anywhere to do any vehicle driver license or vehicle registration. If you do so, we will take those plates off of those vehicles, and you have to pay that fee all over. The Liberia Revenue Authority collects revenue that's generated from motor vehicle activities at the Ministry of Transport and our decentralized points. We all have to be law-abiding. I'm admonishing you, I'm encouraging you, kindly proceed to the Ministry of Transport and get those things done. Anywhere else is considered illegal.
This is big. And tomorrow we'll run with this story. This is very, very big. This is a fight between Gregory Coleman that support the LTMI and Salif Tyler that working at the Ministry of Transport said don't do business with the LTMI. But now people are going to point to the lawmakers. Since you remember the pull-out thing and said they were going to address it, they have not addressed it yet. So who having the big bucks? Who having the big balls here? Who get the big gun in here? Liberians, we have to come together because this government, if for any reason this continues, this government is moving towards being fractionalized. That you're going to have NPFL, INPFL, ULIMBO J, ULIMBO K, and all of those things. And Greg, you know what I'm talking about. Because for this reason, if it is true that Gregory Kuma took all the security details from Salif Tyler, Jeremiah Kuhn, National Security Advisor Kofi Woos, Justice Minister, they all should be stepping in here to address this problem. They all should. Because what we are seeing right now, it doesn't look good. When the president talks about reconciliation, this is division in his own government, right under his own table. And I hope we're going to address it tomorrow. But ladies and gentlemen, we have to go. We say thank you for joining us. Thank you.
Are we not closing, Stanton?
I'm going to leave. If you're going to close, you can close.
You gotta let me close, man. Don't do me like that, man.
I leave. Let come back tomorrow. The CEO don't like when I leave and leave you guys here. I don't know why, but when I said thank you, Jackie, let's do it tomorrow, please, sis Jackie. I really don't care about T1 Oka, seriously. The internet failed him today, so I'm not worried about him. Jackie, thank you very much, my sister.
Thank you, everybody. I'll see you, man. Jackie, tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you, sis Jackie. Thank you, Conor Gray. Careful go. Because something serious. This is not a joke, though. When you guys begin to fight among themselves like this because who want to control the money, this is not a joke. And I wish we had time to go forward.
Taking the man's security from him.
Yeah,
he's leaving him vulnerable.
Yeah.
So it means that he fired? Because that's it.
I don't know. Maybe you will take the security and Anwar will go to the mayor house tonight.
Yeah.
Because
he's just saying maybe the man, maybe that can get sick from the higher up and say, the man fired.
I mean, this is terrible. You can't do that.
Maybe tomorrow morning we'll hear a letter that he been dismissed.
Maybe, but who's speaking on these things? Who have the power in the country? Who control? Who actually running the affairs of the country?
Because we are,
because
the country
and the transport minister
paradise.
Voting head.
The country is in gangster paradise. It's a gangster paradise there.
We're gonna save our state. Kev, have a good night, and thank you very much. Take care. Nelson Colette. Thank you, my friend. Have a good night. See you tomorrow by God's grace.
Yes, sir. Well, folks, thanks for being here with us tonight. It's been a good show. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Many thanks to our audience across Radio Land. Following on Spoon 107.5 FM, Fabric Radio 101.1, Super FM, and also Voice of Liberia for relaying the program. We're being relayed across several community radio stations in the country. We want to say thank you. Thanks to our online audience as well. I want to appreciate all of you coming on, joining us, sharing your thoughts, engaging in the comment section. We appreciate you. I see Omar's lecturers. Thanks for being here tonight. Vic Mersh, we appreciate you. Telvin Ping, thank you. Philip Bala, we appreciate you. Hey, Lofa Zokonya Lofa, thank you for being on, brother. I appreciate seeing you here tonight. Celia Selu, thank you for coming on tonight. Umaru Kengo, we appreciate you. Tom Well, thanks as well for being on tonight. I see Gabriel Boyman is here as well. Thank you for being on. Da Moore, thank you as well. Esther Akwe, we appreciate you. Laikana is here tonight. Prayer Kimber, thanks as well for being on. We appreciate you tonight. Apu Johnson is joining us tonight as well. Thank you for being on. And I see I love you. Abraham S. Kamara is here. Thank you for being on. Yes, I want to appreciate everyone. The invitation is yours to join us tomorrow. Aloysius Tente, thank you. Lumolu, thank you as well. Jala Kamazu, we appreciate you. Folks, they will come back tomorrow. This is Spoon Talk. Thanks to all of you for being on tonight. My dear brother, Derek P. Soke, thank you as well. Until we come back tomorrow, have a good night. I'm Nelson Colette, and bye for now.
Yes, I a special one from the CEO, stand coming with the spoon, and your boy right at the south.